And it's been a while, but I'm here. Tank blinded that man. That man couldn't see. I can't see. I can't see. Damn it. What's happening? What's popping? Oh my God. It's actual facts in the building. We back in the building. What's going on, guys? What's going on to my UGC fam out out in the world? That's what's up, man. Yeah, we had some good fights on. I'm blind. I'm legally blind. What's up, Brian? How you doing? What's going on, y'all? Actual fact said I'm blind. We had some decent fights tonight, especially the Speedy Ellis fight, man. Oh my God! And the with Villa, that fight was crazy. I'm not sure about that scorecard, but hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight. Uh, as for the Tank Garcia, I say Tank and Garcia was getting it too. Um, O'Kieran Chekzakistan, whatever the hell his name is, you could tell that guy's talented. You know, you could tell that guy's got some talent, but you know, Ennis was just a bit too much for him, man. He had to be on the defensive with that dude. As long as them hands was, as you know what I mean, with everything that he was throwing, the dude was dangerous, man.
Oh
What's
my
going
God.
on?
What's going on? 1-2 kid. I can't believe it. It's been so long. My God. Let me get my Quaaludes. Hold up.
Did they
What's up,
stage?
man?
What's going on, man? So did they stage the fight in the stands so Tank could put something in his gloves? I don't know, man. That would have took a minute. Hey,
His gloves had some it had some angel dust. Oh no. I know
yo,
all about that.
that's the first time I've ever seen that with the crowd where they stopped the fight, other than Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe, but that was because the fly man just ran into the damn side of the ropes and shit.
Yeah, 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 man. Meek Mill, he thinks he's a tough guy, I mean, the same guy that almost got butt raped in Africa and stuff like last week and shit. It's fucking
Damn. Oh, I didn't even know about that. Yo, I know it was a joke, Brian. I was just messing with you.
Nah, but you know what? It's crazy because Tank caught him with a rabbit punch, right?
Yeah,
That's a rabbit punch that he caught him with, and Hector Garcia almost went all the way down, but he didn't, right? He went
yeah,
all the way, damn near all the way down, but he didn't. But he was definitely caught with the rabbit punch to the back of the head only because he ducked at the same time Tank was throwing, and he didn't duck low enough. And hey, that there goes the show. You get hit in the head, behind in the back quarter panel of your head, you're gonna get blinded, you're gonna get dazed out. That's
yeah.
a
He
dangerous
was
punch.
probably saying double and triple. And
Yeah,
I seen
it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they stopped the fight. He was feeling
yeah,
after
if you
that
can't
a punch
see it,
like
he
that.
was
Yeah,
rocked too. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I've got hit in the back of the head before by a rabbit punch, and it's no fun. And I think Garcia, he didn't he made the wide decision. He was hurt. He knows his body, and the corner luckily went with that and stopped the fight. I mean, they
yeah,
had to. At that point is a fight of safety.
right,
That's
right.
paramount.
I just feel like it went the other way as well. Tank was uh Tank was getting caught with some rabbit punches as well by turning his head and getting caught in the back of the head. Well, I thought Garcia was putting on a good show up
You
until the
know,
stoppage.
it,
It was
I
a
think
competitive fight. What's going on,
Garcia
Brian?
he definitely put a
Yo,
good account
fuck
of
you, Tank.
himself. What's up,
Yeah,
Brian?
How you doing, guys? Yeah. Um, I didn't know what was happening until I saw Tank celebrating. But no, it was a great night of boxing. I got to say.
I was impressed. Yeah, I was a bit impressed as well. I had low expectations for this. I thought it was a complete showcase, and then what we got was some people getting tested. And oh my God, I wonder what Tony's saying right now. Tony reviews, Speedy Ellis is, I
Oh
mean, he
my
was
God!
get
Look, hey, look, Tony Reviews is eating crow pie. You know what I'm saying? Straight up on baby. You know what I'm saying? With titty milk in it, and dipped laced titty milk crow pie. Straight up. You know.
Bill. I was impressed with Bill. I was like, yo, that dude is a hard hitting, iron chinned individual, man.
I had
And
it. I had it. Yeah, I had it 6-5 going into the 12th round.
mhm.
To Rasheed Ellis.
Oh yeah, I had Ellis winning as well.
Right, I had it
Honestly,
six
even with
five.
the
Yeah, I
no,
think I think the scorecards were fair.
I don't know. I had it like 114, 112 for Speedy, but at the
I
same
had it for
time, I'm like,
Rashidi. I had it for Rashidi. Either a split decision or a
or an
draw
edge, yeah,
Yeah,
or
or
an
a
edge.
draw.
I feel
yeah,
like it was definitely momentum moving the way he was rocking them and he was catching them in between. He had great moments in that fight. I'm just
yeah.
saying though, like there's rounds for a reason though. I
I
mean,
fought
if it
right.
scored,
I fought Rasheed Ellis. There was times early in the round because I was on Mad Chad's channel and I was doing commentary on it.
yeah,
And I fought early in the rounds. I thought this guy's looping the right hand, and Rasheed Ellis's left hand was down all night.
hmm,
I thought if he going to land clean, he's going to catch him clean. Right. There was a few times he just looped and he just missed by half an inch.
yeah,
Right. I'm thinking, geez, Rashid was so lucky there. He's just half an inch out. You know,
yeah.
like I saw weaknesses in a lot of in some of the guys tonight. Demetrius Andre, I thought he tired going into the in the eighth and the ninth round. I thought he looked very tired, and then he
Mm,
came on strong in the 10th.
yeah.
He gave it one last effort.
Well, he said
Um,
he felt the weight though.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
For me, I think Boo Boo looked really soft. He
yeah,
looked really soft. He looked really mushy looking in there, and then it showed in his stance,
yeah,
his stamina, and also his punches. Punches, they looked really mushy, really just really flabby, kind of just not there, not as sharp and
yeah,
not as strong as before, as a 160,
yeah.
154, 100. So
And
I
the
think he needs
punches
to work.
didn't have the
I think he
same
needs to
effect
invest
either.
on a strength coach because
The the yeah, the referee in that fight was terrible too. Don't get me started. Um, who was next? Rashid Ellis. I thought that was a good fight.
It was a good
I
fight.
I really enjoyed that. So I
Hmm.
did.
That was a hell
Ennis
of a fight.
Boots. Ennis Boots. Guy needs to learn how to jab, and he was getting caught coming in clean. Sometimes, he gets caught in transition when he's throwing a 1-2.
Hmm.
You could just see Karen. I'm going to call her Karen, or I'm Karen,
Mm.
whatever.
I
Right?
think
I
You
think
can
Karen's a
see.
good fighter. I
I
think
Yeah,
don't. You know what? Let me say this with Boots, right? I don't think he doesn't need to work on his jab. What he needs to do is not come in there with a set game plan as far as, he was talking about, being impressive and
yeah,
going for an explosive knockout, which I think that
early
was a
night.
mistake.
Yep.
I think that was a mistake. I think he should have been boxing. He should have been,
yeah.
using his craft and let the knockout come when it came, when it
Yeah.
comes.
I thought,
Instead,
yeah,
he was trying to push too much of the action, and you see with these Ukrainian fighters, they have very very good footwork.
yeah. No, but that's true. My thing was right. He wasn't great at cutting off the ring. Something he has to work on. Um, he uh, he was the fighter he was in the ring was very tricky. very slippery type of guy. Um, the other thing, right? When he throws a 1-2, sometimes when Ellis throws a 1-2, right? It's like it's like he telegraphs it, and that's where he got caught most. When he stepped in, he threw the jab, and right as he throwing the jab, your guy was just quicker to throwing the backhand
Yeah, I
than
think
Richie
Karen
Ellis
just
was.
had.
That's where
I
he got
think
caught a few
I think
times.
Karen had good movement and
Yeah,
underrated movement, and
yeah,
he was turning him and he catch him, and he's known for doing that. If you watched any of his other fights, he catches
Yeah.
guys between hands. I
yeah,
but I've never seen him look like that, and I feel like I think he's a kind of a underrated guy, and I
yeah,
feel like Ennis really made him look ordinary
yeah,
and very
Yeah.
cautious. He was
yeah,
like super cautious with him. So he must have felt something and or seen something where he was like, I gotta be real careful because he didn't go balls to the wall to the last round. And
yeah,
yeah, he I don't think he was in survival mode. I think he was like he had an issue figuring him out and he was
yeah.
so aggressive. Ennis was aggressive and he wanted to make more action in the fight. And dude was like, well, damn, this guy's. You
He
could tell
felt a
he
little bit
noticed
like
the
Sandor
talent.
Martin, a
Mhm.
little bit, but a little bit more time and a little bit more aggressive at
Mhm.
times.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He was more aggressive. He would, I don't know,
yeah,
but there was he was taking the risks. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I tell you, Ennis was looking for the knockout blow. You know what I mean?
yeah. One thing I liked about Ennis, even going into later rounds, he showed me he can do 12 rounds easy.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't get frustrated going into the ninth, 10th, 11th. Right?
Well, he came
Some
in at
fighters,
145, didn't
yeah, yeah. Some fighters, right? You can tell You can tell things are not going their way. They get frustrated and they try to do things outside of what they were doing
he? Yeah.
prior. He kept to his game plan, and I like that. I like that patience from him. There's just a few things he used to work on, to improve. So, and yeah, it was a pretty good night of boxing.
It was. Would you think Athletic Minds?
I think I almost fell for the okey doke and paying for the pay per view. I'm glad I didn't this time. Uh, it was what it was gonna be. It wasn't that
You
I
wasn't
didn't enjoy
impressed?
it that much, but I did enjoy the Ellis fight a lot. Was
Hmm.
surprised at the outcome.
Yeah.
But it's boxing at the end of the day. And then
Yeah.
Boots was very surprised at the outcome of that, even though he was victorious. I was surprised of how his performance was. And it's a lot. It's a lot that still remains to be seen about Boots, but it's a lot that we now know about Boots. That doesn't mean he can't be what he's all the hype is made up to be. That's
Hmm.
like people over exaggerating stuff. That's not me. I think
Hmm.
it's a learning experience. That
Hmm.
guy had a unique style. It is what it is. But Boots should have been able to make the adjustment because there's a lot of hype behind him, and there's a lot of
Hmm.
people saying he can do a lot of things,
Can
right?
we
And
can we
Right.
get one can we get one comparison out of the way though? He's not Roy Jones Jr. I never want to hear that again.
all right, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just
No.
finish my point right quick. And
No
and
offense.
and
Just
he was, and also all of the hype. He was like, people were hyping him up, and he was like believing his own hype. That's one thing.
yeah,
I think he needs to be a lot more humble, and he need his first off, his father needs to watch film. How you coach, you don't watch film. That's dangerous. That's idiotic. You know what I'm saying? You need to watch film. Um, I just think this is just a learning experience for him. That this doesn't mean that he got exposed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This happens in boxing. I've seen Terrence Crawford, the best fighter in the world, have a bad performance against a guy he's supposed to blow out the water. So it is what it is. Although he stopped the dude, he still didn't look how he was supposed to. But
yeah,
that's, and then the Tank fight. Man, that was probably the most disappointing thing of the whole night to me, to be honest. But that's all I got to say.
yeah. I
Yeah.
get
I gotta say, like, I felt like that fight was like, I think, basically Angel touched on that first as soon as we started the live. He was like, if he didn't put all that pressure on himself to make it a short night. He said it's going to be a short night and all that. It wouldn't have been as bad. And he was attempting to. You could tell he was pressing it.
Right.
He was trying as to letting it happen. You know what I mean? and being like you said, these are all things. This is boxing, and if a guy's not studying another guy, I watched some of his fights prior to the fight, and I was like, this dude ain't a bad fighter, man. This dude, he punches in between punches. He wasn't as aggressive as he was in his other fights because he was in there with another guy. But after he felt this power, you would think, okay, if basically if Ennis wasn't all that, he wouldn't have been moving as much as he was. So I mean, so Ennis you gotta give him some props because he was being aggressive and he was landing the shots and he won a lot of the rounds clearly.
Yeah.
I had him up.
How did
I
Cam
had
too?
him up, like it's a damn near a shutout because the guy wasn't active enough
Yeah.
because he was keeping his hands at home for the most part.
Yeah,
Because he was
I had
concerned.
a 10-2 Dennis.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot that Boots is doing. He looked a lot like Teofimo Lopez, and people give Teofimo shit for doing the little dumb shit he be doing in the ring. You know, overcommitting with his shots, jumping off his feet, little shit like that. You know,
Now, I
Boots
get what
doing a
you're
lot of
saying,
that.
Athletic Mind, because I have to agree with both you and Angel on the fact that he was he was trying to do too much as to just letting it work and using
Yeah.
his talent, and he got the skill set. He should have been letting his skill set just come in, but the defense was pretty good as well. I mean, and
You
he's so
see,
long, man. He's so
and
long about the weight division.
you know what you brought up, 1-2 kid, and I'm glad that you did that. Karen, right? Karen is a more aggressive fighter. Otherwise, if it wasn't a fighter like a Boots Ennis, right?
Mm.
He's usually more aggressive, but why was he not aggressive tonight? Because Boots Ennis is a very good counterpuncher, right?
Yep.
And had Boots Ennis or his dad really studied the video, right? Like my man here was saying, study the video of this fight in particular, they would have known that this fight is usually the aggressor. He's the aggressor. He got some good footwork. He's the aggressor. He punches in between punches, right? But they would have realized all you had to do was just sit back, maybe draw him in, back yourself into let yourself get back into the corner, draw him in, fool him,
Open him
pull
up.
counter, and then
Yeah.
and open him up. Let himself open himself up, and then you would have caught him with a counter uppercut, counter hook.
I think
night.
I think that dude that's a really unique style anyway at that weight class. And prior to that, Q said he was watching a lot of his fights. He said that dude wasn't fighting like that, like the brother just said. He wasn't fighting like that, using that much footwork and stuff. I think that footwork is really. I think that'll give that guy in particular, if he fights like that against any of those dudes at 47, it's like nobody fights like that at 47. That's going to present problems for a guy, especially a guy I would consider in Boots bracket. What's his name, Virgil, because Virgil has problems with guys that move like that. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it a bunch of times. So that guy just had a really, really bad style. Not making an excuse for Boots, it just is
Right.
what it is. But
Now
he
I hear
still
what
should have been able to cut off the ring and get that guy out of there because
and
the odds are
regardless,
crazy.
dude was taking like it was similar to like a Bibble style, but nowhere near as active or took zero risks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Zero. I mean, it was like, oh, I can land a punch. All right, I'm running. I'm gone. I'm not here. Oh, I'm over here. I'm over here. It's like, yeah, okay, it looks pretty good footwork, but dude, you're not fighting. You know what I'm saying? And that's difficult to do if another guy ain't fighting you, man. It makes it real difficult. And then he wanted to showcase it.
Shit.
What happened?
Damn, I didn't know that's who was fighting in the crowd. Gilly and Wallow fight with McNeil, I think. Damn, that shit was crazy too.
Well, I seen Russell was in the middle of it.
Yeah, him too.
Around it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think they cut it because the dude from Showtime was in the middle of that shit. And they were like, get the camera on him in case we got a lawsuit popping. Like something's happening. I don't know, man, but I've never seen that other than the dude that just came in the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going on, Method?
Hey, what's good with y'all fellas, man? It was I enjoyed my
We
$74,
gonna
man.
no show the live, Method. We was waiting on you, bro.
Hey, tomorrow gonna be way better, man. Cause hey, we get a chance to sit and marinate on what just happened, right? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Tomorrow morning gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Hey guys. Speaking of the morning, 7 a.m. here. So I'm going. Yeah. Right.
Well, tomorrow
That.
afternoon in the UK and or the Eastern Hemisphere, but uh 10, 11 a.m. tomorrow, East Coast, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So yeah.
right, Brian. I know your Irish eyes are smiling, so go ahead and get some sleep.
They just smiling, man. Um. Yeah. No. Have a good one, guys, and peace, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Peace,
pulling
peace,
through.
peace.
Thanks for
Enjoy
having me
your
on
night.
once again.
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
Peace.
All right,
But
Brian.
I don't think it was a bad. I mean, I feel like if it was gonna be pay per view, I felt like some of the I would have liked to seen some maybe a Ellis and a Boots in there. You know, and it just kind of goes to show you what Boo Boo doing. The PBC put him on the first fight, the opening fight. Like, so he got a he attempted to make a name for himself. He didn't look bad, but he didn't look great either at 168. So I think he needs to do like what Angel said, get a strength and conditioning coach so that he got some more because there was moments where he just didn't look like himself. And then, even though he was getting knockdowns, and punches don't have the same effect at that weight class. So he gonna have to work on some things, or I don't know, maybe take
Um,
his time. He
well,
didn't look
as
bad
far as
though.
with Andre,
Yeah,
inactivity.
Yeah, Andre,
Um,
he fooled that 168 fight like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I, I'd say inactivity. Rashidi inactivity. Both of them. It's kind of what I saw. A lot of
And
inactivity.
I like when he's aggressive too, bro. I like that shit, bro. He really it could be a problem doing that shit, bro. But he just let up the gas and start, I don't know, bro. He just loses steam.
With Andre, I enjoyed that he let his hands go.
Mhm.
Lamar was kind of sitting there talking shit, punch him in his shit. Every time you open your mouth, punch right in his fucking mouth.
Mhm.
You want to keep talking instead of fighting, punch him in his mouth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did y'all
With
notice what
Rashidi,
happened to his eye though? When he got hit with that jab, you seen how his eye just dropped? I was like, the fuck did he do? Did he like, yo, for like 3 or 4 seconds straight, his eye was just like, it was weird. Like his eye was open, but it was closed at the same time. That shit was like, damn, man, your shit's fucked up. Like that jab, that swivel jab, fucked your shit up for a second. But it came back too. So I don't know if he flipped his eyelid or what he did, but that motherfucker's eye just looked like he looked like the leader of the orphans. That shit was bad,
he,
man.
he had a good counter left foot. Excuse me. Lamar had a good counter left foot. He
Hmm.
just ain't like the team. The corner was saying you gotta let your hands go.
Yeah.
Force Andre to be on that, like be on the defensive. Just get your shots off.
Andre can't box.
But
That man.
Andre was just styling. Every
Yeah.
time Demar talked, bop bop. Hit him in his shit. And I was like, that was good work. Um,
Yo. So
Rashid, it was more so just I think inactivity, man. I
yeah.
think if he stays active, we'll see a better Rashid.
What y'all
Uh,
think of Villa though?
who?
The guy Rashidi was fighting.
No, I wasn't impressed.
You
He
wasn't
takes a
impressed.
good punch. I think if Rashidi is more active, he'd have just coasted to a nice unanimous decision.
Yeah, and
I
probably
didn't.
could have just boxed him.
Yeah, I mean,
I
again, the
agree with
last time Rashidi fought was a guy. I don't remember the guy's name. He knocked him out in the first round, but even still, Rashidi came in there a little bit hefty. So he still was getting himself back to boxing. He was on the shelf for a long time.
I'm not
That's
sold
one
on
person I give an
Rashidi
excuse
though.
for tonight.
You know what
Is
I think?
Rashidi
You
on the
know who he
shelf?
reminds me of? He reminds me a lot of Berto. He's flashy, but he's a little more active. He throws more punches. I don't think he carries the power that Berto had. I think his defense is a little better than Berto's though. But I feel like I don't know, man. Like something's missing there. Just something's missing. And like y'all said, he had inactivity, but he slowed down in the later rounds because dude was catching him with that left hook to the body all night. And I feel like that paid dividend later on in the fight with the fact that he probably was inactive. but then he didn't have as much left in the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? Where he gutted him out and he had a good chin and you can't deny the dude got power too. So I mean he always gonna be dangerous in the fight. So I was somewhat impressed with him because I feel like he could be an upset guy. You know what I mean? In the welterweight division, he could fuck up the money card. You know, so I mean,
The guy
yeah,
Rashidi fought.
yeah, Villa. I
I,
feel like that's the type
I
of dude that
think
you
Boots not. I
throw
think
a couple
Boots.
dollars on every once in a while. Oh, I don't think Boots would have had that much issue with him as Rashidi did. I
It's
don't
the
think.
style. You see what I'm saying? I agree. I think it's just the styles. I
Mhm.
enjoyed what I saw from Rashid. Right,
I
he
did too.
moving his head, showboating a little bit. He just inactivity. When you fight a lot or you stay active, it keeps you. It's that switch keep going. You know, and you just can see like damn near around the seventh or eighth. You know, you seen the fatigue kicking
Yeah,
in. You see him, so he
yeah.
started to slap a
Oh,
little bit more, slap a little bit more, and the guy started landing. They called it. He landed his jab. You know, once he started touching him, it was like, yeah, he hit him with them uppercuts. You know, but it was more so fatigue than the guy's powers. Rashid
he
was eating
even
his
said
shots early.
Rashidi got popped, but I do feel like Rashidi won that fight by like about two. Like I had him up by like 2 points, even with the knockdown.
I'm not mad that he
That's what.
lost. I think it humbled the shit out of him. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You know, it's part of the game. You gotta take that shit on the chin and get your ass back in the ring. You know,
That's
he ain't did nothing in the sport. You ain't won a world title. You gotta get back and get active. You know, stay active.
well. It sounds
You
like
know,
you're
just
gonna have a chance to prove yourself because they both agreed to the rematch, but I don't know if the promoter's gonna agree to it.
yeah. I wouldn't. No, I'd. There's someone else up there. I don't know who. Maybe Karen, maybe Karen and Rashidi. I think that's
Mhm.
a good little style matchup. And then the guy that fought Rashidi, I think him and Boots is a good fight. Um,
I
I
think I
want to see
think
the trainer put to the test with a
I
Boots.
think Boots needs it. I would like to see Boots in there with a strong talent, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
See, this shit is
Virgil, Virgil.
disrespectful, bro. Now they spreading rumors that Meek Mill beat up Gary Russell Jr. This why I don't like. This why, bro. You can't. Black people don't know how to act, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
That ain't got nothing. That's hip hop shit. I don't know. That's hip hop shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, why'd they
That
stop? Like, why'd they stop the fight though? You know, it was heating up at that moment too. I was like, why? That wasn't like fan man coming in the ring or nothing. I'm like, yo, they scrapping out there. Like, wait, man, let the shit go, man. That
I
shit.
guess for the safety of the people in there, you know, people pay hard earned money. Them tickets ain't cheap. You know, and they was like, hold on now, these motherfuckers paid hard earned money. Let's get control of this shit. You see what I'm saying? The
Well, I'm
last
saying
thing they want to do is turn away
it don't.
fans.
But what I'm trying to say is, what's that got to do with anything? Like, you still have security doing what they do. It's like, yo,
Them
you know what I
guys,
mean?
them
Why they
guys
need
that
the
came in there
camera
got
though?
their own security too, though. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
if
but
you
I'm
got
saying,
that security there, and then I got my own security and I got my own money. You see what I'm saying? Niggas be like, hey, fuck you. They got that fuck you money.
I'll tell you
You
what
see
it
what I'm
is. This
saying?
old dude was in that fucking all in the mix. The dude from Showtime, and they were like, put the camera over there. Yeah,
that was funny shit though. I was like, yeah, you know,
yeah.
but,
When I seen dude, I can't remember his name. I don't be keeping up on everybody's name, but I know he's a important guy with Showtime. I thought that he was done. I thought he retired, or
who?
that the Spanish dude that's running Showtime. I
Espinoza?
thought, yeah, I thought Espinoza was standing down,
I thought they
or
was
was
beating
that just a
Espinoza at
rumor?
first. Because he was
Yeah,
standing there. I said, niggas whoop Espinoza in that
he
bitch.
was all in the middle of this shit, and I'm like, that's why the camera stopped. They were like, hold up, because that dude is Showtime, like for real, for real. He's an executive, so it's like, oh, what's going on over there? But yeah, I guess it was a nice mix up, but I'm just curious to why they do that. You know, it's funny in England they wouldn't do that shit. They
Yeah,
don't pay
I
no
think I
mind
was
to
just having
that
this
shit.
conversation the other day. That it's
Mm.
the UK fan base. They maneuver a little way different.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
way different, way
the
different.
Saudi Arabian. We seen in
Yeah,
Saudi how the fans are. They it's basically like how we see back in the earlier days with Jack Dempsey and Joe Louis, the fans just sitting there and enjoying the fight. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Fuck what
right.
everybody else gonna be enjoying this
You
fight.
know, it's funny. I respect a lot of what other countries do, but some things I don't like. You know what I mean? Like when you go to like Japan or China, like they don't make no noise in the crowd. It's like a library. Y'all ever see that shit?
They study.
Yo,
You
yeah,
gotta
they
understand
just be
they
sitting
study.
there.
They never they haven't seen
Culture is
boxing at
different.
the level that goes on in their nation. Because
Yeah.
usually think about if Floyd Mayweather touches your city and boxes, motherfuckers gonna get quiet and like, I mean, let me get my pad and pen out. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of what's going on. It's deeper than that. It's more.
Mhm.
That's why they kind of quiet. They always study and they want to learn the sport.
Culture is
We kind of take the
crazy.
shit for granted over this motherfucker.
Yeah, sometimes. But I mean, the cultures are so different, man. It's just like it's crazy. So I wonder what people think about Americans because we be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? We're like everything and nothing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We do everything, but then we be doing some bullshit at the same time, and it's just like motherfuckers gotta look at us like we just nuts. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
gotta look at us like we
I
crazy.
would have enjoyed the went to the fight, but I already it like my radar was already. I said, man, this it's gonna get wild. I think it's probably like the last couple of fights. It's just gotten wild, you know. And like
Mhm.
they got to regain control of the people, make sure they understand like this is a world class event. We talking about pound for pound fighter in the ring, best of the best. Come dressed to impress and celebrate. It just always seems recent just turned south. I
Do
don't know
y'all
what's
think?
going on.
Do y'all think the card prior to the event because the event itself wasn't too bad, but prior to the card, I didn't see it as a. I don't know, man. Like I don't see it as a pay per view event. It had a lot of big
Earl had
names
a better
on it.
card. Earl
Yeah.
had a better card. Earl was standing on his Butayev. That
Mhm.
that fight still was heavy. That was still a heavy fight. That Butayev standing on his fight.
Charles D was popping. You
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I'm here. I
So
had to,
what you think about the card, man?
I had to slide out real quick. I left in the middle of that goddamn Tank Davis fight, nigga. I went to go get some chicken and some goddamn macaroni.
Yeah, dude couldn't see, man. Tank dropped the dropped the B on him, man, and that motherfucker was like, I'm legally blind. He was in the corner
Man,
like,
I don't
yo,
give a fuck what it was. This nigga brought up another little nigga to fight. Yo, he's real dangerous and yada yada. Nigga, fight somebody in your weight class.
I don't know. It was competitive up to the point that the motherfucker couldn't see.
Listen, this nigga did what he did. He brought up another little nigga. But the fights prior to that, them shits was they was alright.
Yeah,
Ellis let up on the gas, got beat. Ennis went through some shit.
that's what Method was saying. He said that it was the inactivity that caught
I
up to
don't
him.
nah, it ain't the inactivity. That nigga let
I
off
think
the I think after round 5 or 6, this nigga just I mean, he kept firing the jab, which is cool, but
uh,
he wasn't aggressive no more.
I don't
And
think
he
them
left the
body shots helped early on in the fight.
nah.
Dude must be able to punch.
It looked like Villa was pacing himself because after
Mhm.
round 6, he was on his ass.
Yeah, but at the same time, I do feel like
I
that
had it a
he
draw. I
won.
had it a
Did you
draw
really?
at best. Yeah, because after round 6, this nigga, and then he had a 10, and then what was it? The 12th round, he had a 10-7?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a draw, nigga.
Nah, I didn't have it nowhere near that, man.
So you
Like
gave
I
him
didn't
what?
get the score to fight. I didn't
I
get
So
the
was
you
score.
gave Ellis what, the first 7 rounds?
I had 114, 112.
Even if you gave him the first 7, that nigga won the last 4 and got a 10-3 round.
Yeah, I thought he won the 11th as well.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I scored that shit. I thought he won the 11th. I felt like Garcia was
Nah, he
was
hurt him in the wait, hold on. You gave him the 11th round. That's when he hurt him. He hit him with a left hook.
yeah, I had
He didn't
it.
drop him, but he buckled him.
Nah, I had him. I gave him that round, man. I gave
Ooh.
him the 10th.
Well, that
I
could be
gave
the
him
that
or the
11th round could be
11th,
the
the
yeah,
11th.
the
I
11th
gave
could
him
be that swing round
I
because he
gave
definitely took that shit.
Nah, I don't think so. I gave Ellis. I gave no Villa the the ninth and the 10th, and obviously the 12th.
You didn't give him 6, 7, and 8.
Hell nah.
Oh, you
Who
bugging.
Villa?
You got to watch that fight over.
Nah, I did. I watched that shit. I was paying close attention.
No. I'm saying you got to watch it over.
Well, maybe you could watch it over too, motherfucker.
Nigga, I watched it, motherfucker. Nigga, I watched it, motherfucker. That's why I said shit. Nigga, I would have been good with a draw, or he got the dub.
Well, we give him
That 10
three-
10-7 round, that 10-7 round sealed it. It would have been after that 10-7 round, a draw is the worst it could have is what should have went.
Hold up, Charles. What you said? Meek Mill can't punch for shit. What did you see the shot that was thrown?
Who, Meek Mill? No, I seen that nigga hitting the punching bag. That nigga fight like a fag. That nigga ain't never been in a fight in his life.
Oh,
That nigga's a sucker for
I
real.
don't know what was going on there, but I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I know he
because
ain't
you were
throw a
setting it
punch.
up. You took off mid fight. That was the Tank Garcia fight wasn't a bad fight though. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
I took off
mad at it.
after the third round. Nigga, I went to Popeyes and got me some shit. I was like, yep, this shit's bullshit. I'm out.
Yeah, I had it close to even up to the knockout, man. The stoppage.
Tank one by
Tank was
knockout?
turning- yeah, the motherfucker went to his corner. Well, I wouldn't stoppage because the motherfucker went to his corner and said he couldn't see.
Well, nigga, I told you I left in the fourth round. I don't know what the fuck happened. I
Yeah.
just went to go get some chicken and some macaroni. I knew
Well,
I wasn't watching that shit.
Tank was turning it up on his ass in like the 7th and 8th, man.
Tell that nigga to turn up on a nigga that's in his weight division.
That's not up to me. That's up to
No, I'm just saying, like when I was listening to the like the commentators and shit, like, and yeah, he's fighting an undefeated champion and yada yada yada. That's like, nigga, he fights below him. Like, Tank is good for this shit.
Yeah, he does that a lot. I always did want to see him, but
like, look at the fights he turned down, dog.
Well,
or he didn't even take. Like, come on, man.
They talking like him and Garcia gonna fight, but I don't know.
But listen, why is he fighting Ryan Garcia? It's the same thing as fighting motherfucking Rolly. Ain't none of them niggas accomplished shit. Ain't none of them niggas win a belt. Well, Rolly won a belt, but he really lost that fight against Martinez.
Because they fighting for the Twitter championship.
Man, I don't give a fuck, man. That shit don't impress me. It really don't.
But
this nigga, neither one of them niggas. All right, at least Tank won a title.
I'm not happy with the fact that neither one of them.
It's a step up. It's a step up for Ryan.
But what I gotta say is that's an exciting fight. Though.
It's a step up for Ryan. This nigga, they still treating Tank like he got training wheels on. Like, nigga, you won a couple titles in different divisions, and then it's not even, man. Don't even get me into this shit with Tank, little stupid ass. I can't with this little nigga. Yo, he wasn't a super featherweight. He won that title off of Leo Santa Cruz. Ain't never defended that shit because he ain't never fight at that weight class. Like, you serious? Seriously. Then he beat motherfucker. He beat the other nigga for a Reggie belt.
I would like to see him compete
against
at a high level.
Exactly.
Right.
This nigga could have look at what his resume could have been. This nigga could have fought Tevin Farmer. He could have fought Gary Russell. He could have fought fucking Bachelt. There's a lot of shit. T.O. got his victory against motherfucker Loma. That was his victory. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have fought him and knocked him off. This nigga Tank
I have him winning all them fights except for maybe the Gary Russell fight.
But nigga, take the fight at least. Shit.
Right. I don't know about that fight. Tevin Farmer, I think he could probably pull that
off. This cross-eyed ass nigga, he can't see shit.
Like, Gary Russell has a very good ring IQ.
But take the fight though.
Right, but yeah, I think but that's what he needs to do. I would love to see him in there with another premier name at least. Rolly, I didn't give any more props for fighting that dude.
Nigga, I don't even know why he fought Rolly. Like, what the fuck did Rolly do to get that shot with Tank?
I
He
have no idea.
lost his fight prior to that. Even though he got the decision, he lost that fight.
Yeah. Who'd he lose to?
Who?
With Rolly.
Rolly fought Martinez, but he
Yeah.
got the W. He should have lost.
Yeah, he should have lost. He should have lost. He was how
But
to
that,
you. He was how to you Kenning him too.
yeah, and that's who you go fight. All the
Yeah.
niggas that you can fight at 35, you go choose Rolly. And then you got these dumbass niggas at fucking
But I
Floyd's fucking boxing
but
promoting shit talk about, yeah, and Rolly's the second best. Like, are you fucking serious?
you're not gonna get you not like when it comes to guys like Tank and Ryan, championship bouts aren't they not gonna try to risk that money train by allowing them motherfuckers to get in there with like a Devin or a fucking Shakur or you know what I mean? Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna stop that money train. And I still say it, man.
Well, it don't
135
even matter
core
because
all
Tank ain't fighting. Tank ain't gonna fight Loma. Tank, there's a reason Floyd kept him away from Devin, and he definitely ain't fighting Shakur.
you
So
know what?
he gonna fight Ryan and be cool with that one. And then he
Yo,
talking about I'm gonna do this, and the third. My nigga,
Loma,
if you gonna do
Loma,
this, and the third, move up to 140. Why are you fighting Ryan at
yo,
136?
Loma and Haney fight. I'll give. I that's gonna. I think. I think Haney gonna wash him.
I feel the same way. And Haney, I thought Haney would have washed him before he accepted that franchise shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about that, but right now, I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
just
not
getting
sure.
worse for it's
I'm
it's
not.
just gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm not
worse.
sure. I'm not sure he won his last fight. I was like, yo, this kid. You know, I'm one of the few motherfuckers that feel like dude might have beat him. I'm like, this kid is good. Uh, that the guy that he fought was the young kid is a beast. I really felt like that dude could really fight, man. He's a problem.
Ortiz,
And
you mean Jermaine
yeah, or
Ortiz?
yeah, Jermaine Ortiz, that
Yeah,
kid.
he let off the gas. Well, he didn't let off the gas. He fatigued a little bit, and that's where Loma's experience showed up.
With me, man, I call it like I see it, and I just like, man, I thought Loma, even though he tried to turn it up, it basically was pretty close to the Tiafimo fight all over again.
Nah, at least Tiafimo won the first 7 rounds, and then
Yeah, I
I
thought
mean, you
that
could
dude
argue
won
with
a
eight
lot of
rounds.
them fucking rounds too.
Yeah, I give
I,
him the first
I,
4. Wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
uh,
4. It was, but he gassed at the tail end.
yeah, yes, but he's really young as
I
well.
wouldn't mind seeing him fight Shakur because a lot of people ducking Shakur. Throw the
Yeah,
little
but
young,
they they
throw
they,
young
they
boy in
talk
there.
they talking about it, but I don't see. Yeah, I'm just being honest, man. I don't see any. Someone gonna have to catch Shakur with some lucky shit.
Exactly. Shakur be talking his shit. He's like, yo, if Tank relying on his power, he already lost. Like, nigga,
You're
you ain't
gonna have
hit
to
me with
catch
that
that.
shit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to catch that motherfucker with a lucky shot, because his defense is just on fucking point. His offense, people
Is
calling him.
on point too because you
I'm like,
start
shut
firing,
the
he gonna
fuck
punch right
up.
in between them shits.
I'm like, shut the fuck up. What isn't exciting about this dude? I'm
And
like,
he
this
and
dude
the
can go
crazy shit
sit
is
in the pocket.
he's a little nigga who likes to fight in the pocket and he
Yeah,
will walk you down.
right. And I'm like, that's one of the reasons I don't think he stopped the last dude he fought, because I'm like, yo, it was he was actually trying too hard, but when he wasn't trying, he
He
was
was
just
hitting him,
avoiding and countering him, and it had him
clipping the
all
shit out of
over the place.
Conceição.
Yeah. And now you talking about a guy who basically, uh, a lot of people thought he won his fight it, with the premier guy that he was in there with, and I'm like, yo, fucking Shakur. I don't even see Haney. I see Haney as in the, if Haney could dominate 135 if Shakur wasn't there. And everyone says, well, he ain't fought at 135 yet. Watch. just
Exactly.
watch.
Look at the people who already passed on the fight. Zapata said no.
Mhm.
Cruz said no. Cambosis, I don't know about. That's the top 4 motherfuckers outside
Out of
of Haney in the division that said, "Nah, we ain't fighting."
Shakur Stevens to me is the guy, man. Him and Bibble, man. I like those two guys. I just don't see many people other than fucking. But as dangerous as 135 is, and all the talent that's
Shit,
there,
well,
the one motherfucker you don't want to run into at light heavyweight is fucking Beterbiev. That dude's a fucking beast, man. Beterbiev is a fucking monster, man. I'm a roll with Bibble, but man, that's a toss up fight. Like Beterbiev could just turn that shit around. Like, boop, one shot, and that motherfucker's so fucking heavy handed, man. Dude is a fucking monster. Fucking that light heavy. I hope we get that undisputed though. I really do, man. I hope we get that undisputed at 175 because man, those motherfuckers, man. Those two motherfuckers, that's what I want to see. As for like 168, I don't know. I think we lost Charles. Hey, Angel.
nah, I'm right here.
Oh, I thought you left.
No, I'm right here. I was saying that light heavyweight is undisputed. That should be popping.
Yep.
Heavyweight, we a fight away from that with Usyk and motherfucker Fury.
Mm-hmm.
140 we had it, but fucking Taylor started dropping shit because them walls is closing in on his ass, and they got to fight Catterall. He got
Regis is a problem.
Yeah, but he got smoke all around him though. Like,
right,
okay, you got to fight Regis. All right, boom. Then you got Catterall, who arguably won that first fight. Like, them walls were closing in on fucking Taylor.
Haney moving up,
and Haney coming to 40.
Yeah, Haney coming to 40.
So
and he could just come up. He could just come up and make everybody look bad. You know what I'm saying?
And then everybody's like, "Yo, he don't knock people out, yada yada." The nigga, he wins.
Yeah, he got
convincingly.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck you, cunt! Oh boy, my dick is bigger than all your fucking body. My dick can beat the fuck out of you.
This nigga Santos scared the shit out of me with this loud ass shit.
You motherfuckers, I break his back.
My dick is bigger than your whole fucking body.
Yo, I gotta say, man, I was watching some of that wrestling shit, man. That old school shit. And I was watching that shit on Netflix that they was talking about the motherfuckers. That shit was wild. That whole Macho Man shit was like, did y'all hear what you said? What Jake the Snake was saying about him?
I saw what the fuck was I looking at? The last thing I saw was somebody sent me something, because I don't be on social media. Like, I don't got Twitter, I don't got Facebook, none of that shit. But somebody sent me some shit with Razor Ramon. Yo, I was fucking crying. This nigga was drunk as shit, pilled up, and I'm like, yo, all my favorite wrestlers was motherfucking addicts.
Oh hell yeah, yo, but fucking when dudes started talking about Macho Man, fucking Jake the Snake, he was like, so he was supposed to get bit by the snake, and he came in the back of the dressing room. He was like, listen, he was like, is that snake fixed? And he was like, yes, yes, obviously, motherfucker. He was like, well, he's gonna bite me tonight, and I don't know if he is, or I don't know if he isn't. You might want that intercontinental. He was like, make him bite you. And he was like, what? He was like, let him bite you now, motherfucker. And he was like, so he said he let him bite it and shit. He was like, I'm not gonna let him fucking bite me. He was like, you're gonna let him bite me or we're not wrestling. He was like, he said, so he bit me. He said that shit was biting him. And he said, dude was like, he just waited. He was like, nah, give it a minute. Don't take no antidotes. Don't take
that nigga he wanted to make sure that nigga wasn't dying.
Yo, I was crying. Y'all gotta watch that shit. He was like, yeah, he's fixed. He was like, maybe he is and maybe he isn't. I don't know.
Nigga made sure his ass got bit and lived. Like, all right, we can do the match.
He said, so after the motherfucker bit me, he said, I slapped the shit out of the bag with the snake in it. I got him mad as fuck. He said he bit him in the ring, and he was deathly afraid of snakes too. He was like, and I couldn't get him off because the motherfucker wouldn't let go.
Yeah, that fucking snake had the little pit bull lock on his ass.
Yeah, he said he was turning, yo. If y'all watch that shit, yo, that shit had me dying. I think Tony Atlas was talking about that one dude who died in the locker room and shit, got stabbed up. I'm trying to think of the dude's name.
I don't know, but Tony Atlas is an old motherfucker. That nigga used to wrestle in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, he said dude got stabbed up and shit in the locker room and shit. Some big time motherfucker at the time too. I forgot the guy's name, but I guess he was big time. It was a little before my time, like watching that shit when I was a kid. But
Yeah, I started watching that shit in the mid late 80s.
Yo, I gotta say, man, that shit was like a man in a child soap opera, man. I enjoyed that shit so much.
Like my era is like Macho Man, Snooker,
Yeah,
like the late,
Snooker,
you know what I'm saying, like the late
Ricky the
80s shit.
Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah, all them
fucking
guys.
George the Animal Steel and all that shit. That's you know what I'm
Kamala,
saying.
all of them motherfuckers. I
Yeah,
remember all
yeah.
that.
Well, Kamala's 90s and shit, but
Yeah, but Kamala was a bad
Junk,
like
motherfucker.
junkyard dog.
yeah,
Junkyard Dog,
Coco
Coco
Beware,
Beware.
Junkyard Dog. Yeah, that's like the late 80s and shit. Like that's when fucking not Summer Jam. What the fuck was they? Summer
Yo,
Slam and Royal Rumble and all
Beware,
that
man.
shit.
That dude always lost. Jim McMahon must have been like, you got to take one for the team. Like, how many more
Oh,
times I got to take it? Like, that motherfucker never won a match.
oh.
Coco Beware.
He won a few. I mean, he had the ill parrot on his arm and shit. He had a cool gimmick and shit. Like before I take this out,
Yo,
nigga,
who was the dude
look at
with
this
the?
$2,000
Oh,
bird on
I
my
remember
arm.
now. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, you had him. This nigga come to the ring with a fucking 2x4 and shit.
You know they said was super gangster though behind the closed doors that would beat the shit out of everybody. Rick Rude. They said he used to beat motherfuckers
Yo,
down.
Rick Rude was my nigga. This nigga had Jake the Snake wife on his tights and shit. He's like, and you see, and then he used to do his little shit where he wind his hips. I was like, oh, this nigga hitting.
I like the Piper. I like the Piper, man. I always liked him. I don't know why. I was just like I always like Roddy Piper.
Because he talking shit and getting there, and win or lose, he putting his hands on somebody.
Yeah, that shit was it was fun, man. But then I
There's
just
a
stopped.
difference, man. Like the
Yeah.
shit nowadays and the shit back then.
My
That
boy
shit's
put me.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't care about it of late. Although The Rock was funny as fuck, my boy used to put me on to The Rock and shit. He'd be like,
Nah,
"Yo,
that's when it tapered off. Him and Stone Cold.
yeah, yo,
That was it. But everything prior to that shit, cool. Anything after the shit, I don't know none of the
yeah,
shit that's going on
hot
right now. I don't
garbage,
even watch it
yeah, hot garbage, man." And them motherfuckers used to buy into that shit too, hard body. Yo, that's funny, man.
Not me. I look
So,
at this shit and be like, eh,
so what you think about that dude? Like, I think that dude could be a problem, man.
which dude?
The Villa dude,
Oh, Villa's gonna give people problems. See,
yeah,
Ellis, my whole thing with Ellis was good fight, used his jab, did everything, took his foot off the gas.
that dude gonna turn into Birdo, bro.
Who? Ellis?
Yo,
Nah, I don't think he'll turn into Birdo.
well, I think Birdo reached higher heights than him. I'm just saying. I feel like he got a little better. He got
Nah.
better defense than Birdo. He throws more punches than Birdo. I think Birdo had more pop than him, but I feel like it's gonna go the
I
same way
think
for him.
Rashidi would be fine, man. It's just, you know what I mean? It was a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? Like you went in there against a dude that is 25 with 24 fucking knockouts, and his power ended up showing up. And the fucked up thing is the shit that you're used to getting hit with is the
Mhm.
shit that fucked you up. That left hook is Ellis's fucking kryptonite.
Yeah. On
You
top of
got
that,
the
they said his only loss was controversial.
yeah.
Uh,
It's Villa's fight was
like
controversial,
yeah, they
but
said it.
but he stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't use his jab. Being a bigger fighter, he didn't use fucking Rashidi Ellis was out jabbing him hands down. But
Motherfucker take a punch
but
too.
but when it came down to it, that nigga Villa, his pressure is what got him the fight, and then going to the body and coming
Yup.
back up with his
Early,
left, coming back
early.
with his left hook is what got him. That's what got him that 10-3 round. So
He was
I wouldn't have been mad at a draw, but when I'm looking at the fight and I'm like, yo, he got the like out of the six from round 6 to 12, he stole at least four of them rounds,
like I
and
feel
then he
like
got the 10-3 round. So I'm like, I thought a draw would have been good, but I'm like, I wasn't mad at him winning the fight.
I would have been happier with a draw than him pulling off the dub. Because to me, I get it for the fight itself. Yeah, it was a close fight. Like you just watching it as a whole, but there's fucking scoring going on. So you got to score the fight, man. 10-9, 10-9, 10-10, whatever you want to do.
Exactly,
And
but I'm
I'm
saying
like, but that's why I had Rashidi up by 2 rounds. Not I'm not even a Rashidi fan. Like, but I'm like, yo, I felt like he won on the scorecards.
so.
Like,
You had him up 10 rounds going into the 12th.
no, 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 no. I said I felt like he won. He won. I was like 10-9, 10-9. You know what I'm saying? I was just calling the score. I had it 114, 112 with the knockdown.
I had some swing rounds, and I'm like, but those are swing rounds. Like, you
I
know what I'm
think I
saying?
gave
Like,
him. I think I gave him like I don't know if it was 6 or 7 that I gave him. Villa, and then I gave him 9, 10, and 12.
9, 10, 11, he definitely hurt him. That's when he hit him with that
No,
left.
not 10. I mean 11, man. I'm telling you, you should probably rewatch. We could rewatch it together if they
We can,
put
but
it
I'm
up
just
on
saying
YouTube.
when he, but that's what gave me. That's what told me to give him round 11 because
Because I might have missed something,
he
and
hit
you
him
might.
with that left hook, and that's what buckled him. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh shit, he's hurt. And me and Santos was both like, yo, he's hurt. And then when he came out in that 12th round, he jumped right back on his ass with that left hook, dropped him. I was like, ooh, shit.
yeah, yeah, man. That 12th round, he was digging to the body, and he was just fucking catching him with that hook.
Like he's
Wow,
heavy handed.
wow. Yeah,
Like the first, like when you looked at the first round, it was like, all right, he's trying to figure out Rashidi. But Rashidi is, yo, this nigga fires his jab.
yo,
Like I like
at
Rashidi Ellis.
at the end of the fight, man, when he was taking his gloves off, I was like, look at that dude's arms, like his forearms. I was like,
Look at
no
his
wonder
fucking
why that dude
shoulders. Villa's
right.
fucking huge.
I was like, yo, that motherfucker. No wonder why he heavy handed like that. But in the
That motherfucker
motherfucker
got
to
a
take the shot,
that
I
nigga
ain't
got a
see him get
broad
hurt
back.
the whole fight.
Nah,
Like
Ellis
Rashidi
is not
never
that big of a. Ellis isn't. Ellis has respectable power, like keep you
right,
off power. He don't have
right.
that knock your ass on your ass power.
But I don't like I know Tony Reviews probably will disagree, but I don't see I didn't see Rashidi fucking with boots.
Nah, shit. Leave it to
There's
Tony.
some there's a
Tony will
few
tell your
holes.
ass that he was gonna Yeah, he was like Rashidi Ellis will stop boots and yada yada yada. I was like, soon as I was talking cash shit. Well, you saw it in the hangout. I'm like,
Man.
yep. I bet you Tony's. As soon as I
He's
said that shit,
short.
Tony made a video about that shit.
He's short and stocky. He reminds me of that and Billy, but without the power. And Billy's like that, B, but he just throws fucking haymakers, man, and in combinations. I don't know why nobody watches that dude, B. What's going on, Ramos? I don't
Who
know
and
why
Billy?
nobody.
I watched
Yeah,
in Billy's last fight.
yo, what you think about him, man?
Didn't he get a decision? He did not. He ain't stopped the person.
Yeah, I'm saying, did you watch the fight though?
No, no,
Do you
no.
see
I
how he
did. Yeah,
fights?
I did watch it. Yeah,
He's exciting, right? And
yeah.
he's small as fuck.
He's a short dude.
Yeah, 168 in that motherfucker fighting it like that. He like 5'8" or 5'9" or something. But that
Yeah, he's
dude,
definitely 5'8",
he punch,
5'9".
he punches hard as fuck, and
And
he
he's
throws in
active.
combinations, and he's
Exactly. He's
powerful,
active.
exciting. Like I'm like, why is this dude not getting no praise? Why ain't nobody talking about this dude? This dude is fun to watch. Like even if he was to to get beat, you know what I mean, outboxed or whatever.
It being an
This dude
exciting
gonna
fight.
make him no matter what fight he gonna be in, it's gonna be entertaining. You know what I mean? And I'm just
Yeah,
like, yeah,
he's got a fan favorite style.
yeah, exactly. A fan favorite style, perfectly worded. Because I'm like, yo, this dude's fun to watch. And whenever I find out this motherfucker fighting, man, I'm tuning in. I'm tuning in. Real talk. Why don't you hop up here, Martin? Would you need the link? You know what I mean? Why don't you put a? Why don't you drop why don't you drop how you thought about these fights tonight? I don't think it was a bad card. I don't think it was pay per view
Nah,
worthy.
it was a. You want to know what's crazy? It was a showcase card that took a left.
Yeah, it took a left.
It took a left somewhere
Yeah.
because soon as like when we was watching the fuck, what fight was we watching? The Andre card.
Mm-hmm.
And when dude dropped Andre and the ref didn't call it, we was like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
these niggas doing this bullshit. But then Andre put the beats to him the rest of the way out, and it's like, all right, cool. And then the next fight was Ellis, and it was like, all
Yo,
right, shit get shit
Garcia
like,
was having some success in there, man.
and it was
I
like,
wish you would have
okay, the
finished
shit
watching
like.
that.
Nah, I went to the store, man. I went to go get some chicken and some macaroni. I was like, "Fuck
Yeah,
this
he
shit,"
was.
because
He
I
was.
kind of already had the outcome in my head. I was like, "Man, I ain't
He
watching this
was
shit."
at moments. I keep hearing over and over again, like, cause I had said that I'm not a big fan of turtleneck there. What's his name? The 168 pounder that's about to fight Benavidez.
Oh, Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant. I'm not a big fan of his, but he had success against motherfucking Canelo. I was on B&B's and they were like, nah, man, he got
Yeah, he was
cleaned out. I
jabbing his
barely
ass
won
and
him
doing all. Yeah,
maybe
he was
2 rounds.
jabbing and doing his
I'm
thing.
like, oh, I watched 4 rounds in a row. The first 4 rounds, I was like, he won them shit. And I
Yeah,
was like, clearly.
but look at the same shit when when Canelo fought Bivol. Everybody was like, "Yo, we gave the first rounds to Canelo. Why? Why would you do that? Because Canelo gets that kind of cushion. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's
But
his name.
I'm like looking at Canelo's forehead, and that shit was red as fuck.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look
I
at
was
him when
like,
he fought, but look at him when he fought motherfucking Bivol. Bivol was
right,
putting
that's
the
what I'm
beats on him.
talking about. That's what I mean, though.
Like how
I'm
the
like,
fuck do you
yo,
do that?
I was, I low key, yo, man, I was like, because I was getting so much heat for saying that this motherfucker could beat him. They was Angel. They was terrorizing my ass, and I was like, yo, man, y'all better pay attention, man, to get some money. These motherfuckers wasn't listening. But they was like, "You're crazy. Canelo is gonna do this and this." And yo,
Nah, but
and
we talked
like,
about that. We talked about that. That Beaver was like the most dangerous fight for Canelo.
oh no, But I'm saying when I was going to like, you weren't there when I was going to other panels and shit talking about it. Yo, yeah, yo. So by the third round, when I was doing my live, I was getting a little overhyped. I was like, "Yo, his forehead looked like it's straight cherry right now." Yo, fucking eating like jab after jab. This motherfucker eating 1, 2, 3s all night, man. And I was like, damn, yeah, that shit. And of course, I had some money on the side, so I was super biased. But at the same time, I was like, yo, this dude is tearing his ass up. And you see Canelo like step back. You know how he sways his head to the side and shit, like, ain't nothing. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
you getting pieced
Ain't
up.
nothing my ass. Nigga ate that shit all night long.
You getting pieced up. Same with when he fought the next dude. They didn't want to give him no props for beating up Zerto. He pieced Zerto ass.
First off, he shut Zerto down. Like anybody who knows boxing, Zerto is an active fighter. Like he throws hella punches.
Not a bad fighter, man.
No, but his thing is he throws a lot of punches. He did not throw no more than 20 punches a round. This nigga Bivol
was piecing him.
Fucking negated that shit.
Yo, when he landed like a 8-punch combination on him in like the 5th or 6th round. It was like blah 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 blah. I was like, yo, this is bad, man.
And then when I seen Zerto pin him in the corner and couldn't fight, I was like, oh, this fight is over. It's over.
Yeah. You know, I knew the fight was over when he fought Canelo in like the 1st or 2nd round when Canelo tried to cut the ring off on him and he sidestepped him. He threw a jab, caught him, and then sidestepped him. I was like, fight's over.
Yeah, that shit.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Or when he goes to his body, I said, and I kept saying that. I was like, how are you gonna get to his body when he moves? I said, Canelo's gonna have to work all fucking night. He ain't gonna be able to take breaks like he does with everybody else. I said, this dude's gonna have to, he's good at what he does when people allow him to, if you're not good enough to, you know what I mean, not allow him to do it. This dude's gonna have to chase this dude around and get touched. And what happens when he gets touched? And what happens when, I mean, I gotta say though, Canelo got a chin at any fucking any weight division. That motherfucker can take a punch.
That's cool. You gonna take a punch all night long because you wasn't beating Bivol.
Good head movement too, but he was still getting touched. But there was some shit that even Bivol was missing. I'm like, yo, Canelo's a bad motherfucker, but it's just not for him, man. And I don't think it was the size either. It was the style, and the size didn't help.
Skills, mismatch.
It was his styles make fights, and that style's all wrong for him. It's all wrong for
you want to know whose style is all wrong for him? And I can see that he's not going to fight him after watching tonight. This confirmed it for me. Andrade will frustrate the shit out of Canelo.
Yeah.
Well, that's why, that's why.
After watching tonight, I was because I was sitting there at Santos, you seen it. I was like, yo, at first I'm like, yo, he's weak for the division. Then I'm like, yo, you know what? I could see this nigga frustrating the shit out of everybody at 68.
Yeah, and you know the reason why dude was tagging him with that jab?
Hands fast, punch placement, spacing.
Yo, you know why
who's gonna be a gnat in somebody's ass at 68?
Yo, do you know why dude kept tagging him with that jab though? I'm gonna tell you why. Because he has a 77-inch reach. That's how he was tagging him with that.
He had long ass arm. That was a big dude.
His arm is 77 inches?
Yeah, he has 77-inch reach, man.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time in fucking, Andre thought he was at safe distance. That's why he was getting tagged with that shit, bro. He thought he was out of range and was getting tagged. He was getting caught with them Paul Williams.
So that further fucking makes me think that he's gonna be a fucking problem.
And then the thing was that guy Nichols, he has a problem with lunging too with his jab, which in this case was a benefit because Andre wasn't prepared for him to be lunging like that with that reach. So that's why he was getting caught.
Yep, and he pulled out. He was pulled straight out, and he was pulling straight out, and he was getting tagged with that jab. Or he felt like, oh, I can hit him from here, because that's what he's accustomed to.
Yeah, he thought he was safe.
He's accustomed to having the longer reach than anybody. But off subject, I gotta say, he had a 77-inch reach. You know what Paul Williams' reach was?
Wasn't his like 80?
82.
82, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Deontay Wilder. That's Deontay Wilder reach.
Yo,
there's a reason Floyd ducked that
motherfucker. Reach, man. Yeah, Klitschko's reach.
But that's why but when I saw that shit, like when I'm watching the fight and as it was going on, because at first I'm talking cash shit. I was like, this nigga boo ass, yada yada yada. He can fight, but he ass. I'm like, and then by like round 10, I'm like, I can see this nigga, I can see him frustrating the division.
Right.
Like if he get them fights, he gonna be on these niggas' ass.
Yo, and let's just keep it all the way 100. Even then, David Benavidez' trainer said, nope. We need more money to fight him than to fight Canelo.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, it don't matter who's in that division. Boo Boo's gonna give him a hard fucking time.
No, he not, because they never gonna fight him.
No, but I'm just saying, like, say if he gets the opportunity, he's gonna frustrate these motherfuckers because you're not gonna get what you want out of him.
Yo,
He's gonna pick you apart from distance,
yeah,
and
but
then if you can get him to trade with you in close, he's gonna pick and choose when the fuck he wants to initiate and disengage, and then that's frustrating.
I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. Just be 100 with me for a second. Do you think that they're gonna put Andre in there with Caleb Plant or Benavidez winner?
Yeah,
Nope.
Mm,
I have to.
Nope. It ain't gonna-
who would be the next person up?
You know why I'm gonna tell you why it ain't gonna happen, Angel?
What?
Who was the first fight? They put Rashidi Ellis before that motherfucker.
Yeah, but that was at
I mean,
54. That was at
no, or
47.
after him. After him. So I'm saying though, they put Rashidi Ellis
Yeah, but Rashidi just came from where did
after.
Rashidi come from before he went to PBC? He was at the Zone.
Yeah,
But what I'm
Golden Boy.
trying to say is, look at the lineup. They had Andre first. He
Yeah,
was
for 60
he
for
was the
68.
warm up. Yeah, but still, this is a champion from 154 to 160, moving up to fight random guy, just like Rashidi Ellis. But Rashidi Ellis ain't no champion. They didn't even put that motherfucker. He didn't even get the Coco man. You know what I'm saying? So Cuckoo, Boo Boo ain't even get the Coco. You know what I'm saying? Like they got no. Did you hear the announcers were like they weren't hollering Boo Boo, they were booing him. It's like, yo, come on, you just signed this guy. Like they don't even like him. So nah, man, they're not gonna put that dude in there with any big names, bro. He gonna be in the same
I got
fucking
a
place.
feeling he'll at least he's in a better boat than where he was at. Like he's got a better bargaining chip than being with the even though it sucks because the Zone offered what's his face his highest payday, he turned it down. But now they're on the same side of the street. So I mean, we can see where it goes from there. But
Martin Ramos says he disagrees. He favors Canelo in that shit. He said Canelo gonna catch him pulling out. I advise Barn ready.
catch who pulling out?
He said he gonna knock.
Andre?
Yeah, he said.
Oh my God! Look, of course, Martin Ramos gonna say Canelo over Andre. I mean, Martin Ramos, he's the leader of the Canelo fan club. Come on now, got Canelo shirts on sale on deck, 1995, straight up. Come on now,
Canelo in the rematch.
Martin Ramos wishes Canelo was Dominican, on baby.
Damn.
Ramos like, nah, man. Canelo doing too much out here. And you know, I get what you said, and I agree with you up to a point for a long time, Charles. But Canelo is like he's still fighting elite competition at least. You know what I mean? My man, Andre, I think he got the talent to do it, but you know, kind of like Tank, when you keep fighting Smojos, man, you're only gonna fight like your grade's gonna drop. You're gonna go from an A to a B plus to a B minus to a C
Canelo
plus.
has at least 3 fights that we haven't seen before he went on his run at 168. He ain't do
I
shit.
wasn't impressed with his last fight either. That
No,
Triple G
hell
fight.
no. So why would you sit there and say, "Oh, he's doing this, and the third"? This nigga hasn't done really nothing. He just beat a bunch
Yeah,
of.
but
All right, all right.
when,
Look at it.
when
Look
have
at it
we
like
seen
this.
when have we seen Andre then with it anyone even remotely as good as a Triple G
Yeah, but when the fuck was
or a
Andre gonna get a
Bivol
shot?
or a Caleb Plant or a Billy Joe Saunders? Like he attempted to fight Billy Joe.
Yeah, but when was
Pulled the fuck out.
when was Andre gonna ever get a shot at that?
I would like to see Andre compete against exactly.
Yeah, that's
agree with
you know what I'm saying. Like, that was my
the
shit.
point
Like
I've
at
been
least
making forever. But I'm just saying, like, when you constantly it's like when you constantly keep fighting that type of competition, how is he going to react in that? You know what I'm saying? So he definitely need to acclimate to 168 because I agree with Santos there, man, because the motherfucker looked a little mushy.
No,
I mean,
I agree with that at 168 too. I said the same
he's
thing. I was
still a,
like,
he still got great skills. I'm just saying he
now
still got
he
decent power
outboxed
at
the shit out the dude,
168.
but it was like he should have stopped him.
He got decent power, but he don't got that 168. How do you get? You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Like,
1-2 kid. Andre, he's definitely not no Adonis at 168. That's for sure. He's more like a Delilah, all soft and round, feminine almost. Oh my goodness.
yo, I hate fucking De La Hoya as a promoter. I thought he was a great fighter, but as a promoter, man, it's going to be yo. I'm telling you, Zerto Ramirez is going to pull it off. It's going. Yeah, he's sparred Bivol. He knows. And dude's like, and yo, Zerto, when Zerto start talking, I beat him. I handsome. I was like, man, Bibble go beat your ass. Like, why you talking about how you look, man? Get it, yo, use the
He's
monster there. Bless you. You know what I mean? Good for you.
my
But
God. You know, Zordo, he's like a Mexican Aztec Adonis. He's
yeah,
the quintessential Mexican. You got to love him.
right, man. This dude was like hyping him up. He was like 44 and oh, come on, guys. This is the guy, you know. Like, wait, when he beats Mayweather's record, I'm like, damn, man, you catching losses left and right, man. Like, the guys out here hell on a reg, man. Like, stop it. Then that video I did of him when he was talking about, oh, Canelo hands down. Then they asked him, they were like, "What'd you think about the Bivol fight?" He was like, "I knew Bivol was gonna win." And then I would have never put him in there with Bibble. Then in the other interview, he's like, it's a perfect fight. I'm like, your dude, he is a true promoter. He's full of shit. I was like, this dude is hot full of shit, man. But I gotta give it to him. He be defending his fighters though. I wish these promoters would do that shit.
Shit,
You know?
he ain't defend his ass after that last loss. He was just like, hey, look at my eyebrows.
De La Hoya is full of shit. But I tell you what,
Mhm.
I'm full of batshit crazy.
Look at my eyebrows. Look at my girlfriend. As I'm wearing Zero's hat. Nigga wear Zero's hat with his fucking eyebrows waxed and shit, looking crazy.
I think Zerto is still a threat at 168. Or
He
no,
can't
at
make 68.
175. At 170, well, I'm surprised he can make 175. The motherfucker be
Dude coming in like 205. This
205.
dude coming in a
See how
fucking
much,
heavyweight.
yo, do you see how much bigger he was than Bibble?
And Bivol
And
was
Bibble
beating
was
the brakes
training
over.
with that motherfucker. And yo, I gotta admit, man, I was like, beat his ass. I was like, for real, I was like all into that show, like beat his ass. But you know what, man? If Better BF sleeps Bibble, I'm gonna be like, fuck.
That ain't happening.
I'm gonna be like, fuck. Yo,
Better
cause yo,
Better be is gonna have a
fucking
he's gonna have a problem with Bivol.
I really think, you know what I think is going to happen? It's going to be like a close fight up until like maybe the fourth round. And then Bivens
And
going to
Bivol's gonna step on the fucking gas.
going to gas. And then he's going to just steamroll Better Beer for all 12 rounds.
I don't know, man.
You serious?
I don't know. And I'm a Bibble fan, and I like yo. I've been studying both of them, and I'm like, this is a real fucking toss up fight, man.
It is for about a good 6-7 rounds.
Why,
Bivol got the better gas tank.
Right, but what I'm saying, Better Beer has fucking his hands are so heavy, and he's got quick hands too.
And that's
And
cool.
good
If he
punch
can't
placement.
if he can't land, he in for a long night.
Right.
And I don't think Bibble's gonna give him a fucking shot at it.
The one
See,
thing that
okay,
I don't everyone pays attention to. I'm not trying to cut you off. I was still in the middle of it, Angel.
Right.
I'm not trying to cut you off. But yo, the one thing that I don't think that anyone takes into consideration is what happens when Bibble punches him with a 3 punch combo. His chin ain't all that. Like I'm dead serious. Like
All right.
when have you seen him hit clean? And when you seen him get hit clean, what happened? Every time you see dude get hit with a clean shot, better be by a decent puncher, not even a knockout puncher, just a decent puncher, a clean shot.
But
He
Colin Smith put him on his ass.
put who on his ass?
Colin Smith, right?
Put who on their ass?
No, not Colin Smith. What's the name? Put Beaver on his ass. That British
Beaver?
guy. No, Better Beef.
Yeah, two people put him on his ass.
Yeah.
I think it was a dude coming up that put him on his ass the first time, and then it was another dude that he was fighting his ass off. You know what I mean? But he did his thing. But I'm just saying, like, yo, when Better BF starts landing, man, it's different. Even the dudes that spar with the motherfucker, like, it's just different. Like he
Let me
just
ask you something. Let me ask you something, 1-2 kid. Out of Canelo and Beevil, and Better Beef, Canelo and Better Beef, who got the better jab?
jab.
Yeah, who got the better jab?
Probably. I say. I have to
Bivol,
say.
dog.
No. He said Canelo and Better Beef. I say
Oh,
Canelo.
Canelo got a better jab.
Mhm.
So if Beevil neutralized Canelo's jab, what you think he's gonna do to Better Beef? Because Better Beef start off everything with the jab.
Yeah, but the difference between Better Beef and and Canelo is the inside fighting. Canelo loads up on the inside shots. Better Beef don't have to load up at all, and he'll hit you with a triple fucking hook to the head, quick, pop, 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 and just have you ass reeling, like his because his hands are so heavy. Like if you watch him in his fights when he's getting off shots, like he his punch placement is stellar as fuck, and he knows when to punch, how to punch, and I know, you know me, I know Bibble too. Bibble, same thing. He in and out, his foot placement, where he is, and all that. But I'm saying there's moments where Bibble just sits on the ropes and just high guards. He can't do that at all with Better BF. Not even for a moment. Better BF is a problem, man. So he's gonna have to fight a perfect fight, and I'll still be rooting for him. I got a couple bets out there, but after studying it, I'm like, this is a 50-50 fight. Like just watch him, y'all. Just like really watch him and see how he fight. This is a badass fight. When they scrap, it's to me that's a dangerous. That's a fucking Spence fucking Crawford fight right there. It's like I don't know. It's a iffy as fuck to me. I can't really call it. I already put some placements in, but
I'd
now
say it's a
after
50. It's definitely a 50-50 fight, but I just favor Beevil.
I do too. I do
Today.
too. I'm just saying, like it's not gonna be he's just gonna outbox him and it's gonna be a clear win. It is gonna be some fucking dangerous moments in that fight, man, where that motherfucker's gonna be like, oh shit, like this dude's different. And same with Better BF, and that's what I mean. Like if he pieces Better BF up with like a accurate 3 punch combination, that could just turn the fight. But if this dude puts hands on Bibble, it could be the same. And it's difficult to hit Bibble. I get it because he's constantly moving. But I don't know, man. I'm really that's as a fight fan, that's just gonna be a hell of a fight to watch. I don't know what the turnout's gonna be. I really I'm leaning towards Bibble, but in actuality, I can't call it. I can't call it. I can't call it. I don't know. Just watch them. Just study both of them, and you're just gonna be like, you're just gonna keep raising more and more questions. That's what I was doing. That's all I kept find myself doing. I was like, yo,
I'm sitting here looking at Tony review shit because I knew he was gonna talk that shit about fucking Rashid Yellis. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, what fight were you watching? Nigga, the same fight you was watching,
what?
motherfucker.
What do you
Draw or
say?
loss.
What do you say?
He was like, yo, he won every round because you know he big on that shit. He was like, yeah, he'll beat Boots, he'll do this, this, and the third. I was like, yo, as soon as he lost, I was like, I know he was gonna make a video about the shit. Yo, how he did this and he should have won. I'm like, yo, dude, he lost. He won the first 6 rounds. That's cool. 7-12, he lost, arguably, and it was a fucking 10-3 round. Like, dog, it's either a draw or he lost. It's clear cut. And he was like, oh, what fight were you watching, nigga? What fight were you watching?
I don't know, man.
Like,
I
what
mean,
fight were you watching?
he obviously not the I mean, maybe I don't know.
Okay, let's put it like this. Okay, Ellis won the first 7 rounds, right? Give him that. All right. Look at the swing round. Look at 8-12, and then you got a 10-7 round. You got a draw at best, or you're gonna have some rounds where the judge is gonna figure it out. Like you either aggressive or you're not. It'll play it. It'll play into whatever judge's favor. But my nigga, like, you really mad at the decision? Really?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Boot stops him,
Stop. So
Rashidi.
I would love to see the fight.
I think Boot stops him. Matter of fact, if they fight, I'm going. I'm going to. Damn, is there even a
But I
fucking
would.
place
But
for
I.
me to
But
bet around here?
but I would love to see that fight. That would be speed. That would be high speed chess between them two.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think there's too many holes in. Like there's a few holes in Rashidi's
Ellis is
game. I
the
think
only thing
Ellis
that.
is super talented, but
But
I
Ellis
just
is
don't
gonna
think he can
gas.
work with Boots.
Yeah, Ellis is gonna gas. Whereas in Boots, Boots will be there for the full 12.
Now I feel like Boots might get tagged here and there, but I think Boots stop. I don't think that shit goes 7.
I don't know.
I,
I
I'll
know
put
it's.
I'll put money on a stoppage, and I'll never put money on a stoppage. If they fight,
I
I'll
would.
put money on a stoppage.
I would too. But this motherfucker was like, yo, yada yada yada, this, and the third. I'm like, yo, my man, really?
I think Rashidi's a problem, but I
Nah,
don't know.
Rashidi's cool, but Rashidi gas tank is like that's his issue. And that and a left hook.
You know what? How he'll win? It's I think because their defense, like fucking dude's longer. He punches harder. He's got better punch placement, and he's got a better defense. Like I, I just don't see Rashidi unless Rashidi goes into some like just does
It
survive.
don't even matter if he goes into that mode. Because I know what he was about to say. He's not even if he goes into that mode, it doesn't help him. You know what I'm saying? Even if he goes into survival, if he goes into survival, it doesn't help.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to still first off you gassing. You got to still deal with that nigga jab, and you got to deal with it coming from orthodox to southpaw because he's
yeah.
gonna switch.
Oh, and to get back on the 175 joint, I see Mark Ramos said he believes Better Biev has a better jab than Canelo. What also I think Better Biev has. I'm not saying that he got better jab than Canelo. I don't agree with that, but he has he has better feet than Canelo, and he can cut off the ring much better than Canelo can.
Oh.
Much better, much better. He's got better foot placement. He got better footwork.
You
Uh,
saying Better Beef got better footwork than Bivol?
no, hell no, better than Canelo.
Oh! I was about to say
Yeah,
that. Nigga,
yeah,
you nuts?
hell no. But I feel like Canelo has better head movement, and his defense up top is better. But I mean, as for foot placement, like and cutting off the ring, I think better be a hell yeah. Beterbiev. Beterbiev has a decent defense, but it ain't a Canelo defense. But I think he has better placement where he can turn a guy too to land a shot, and he don't have to load up. Even Bibble said that shit. He was like, "Yo, this dude doesn't have to load up. He just throws the punch right from the shoulder, and it could do damage." He was like, "That's the difference between these two dudes." He said, Canelo has to wind up to get the shot off, especially moving up to 175.
Yeah, Canelo has to place his feet when he
Yeah,
wants to shoot his shot.
mhm,
You keep that nigga moving, his punches is fucking useless.
right. But better be if don't. He could just throw it, bow, and just have you on Queer Street. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude just punches different. You know. I mean, I think that's one of the. I don't think like when it comes to Tank, like I agree with you that he ain't facing nobody. I think that's one of his Achilles heels is the fact that he relies on his power. His skill set is there. He could
No,
let that guy.
I don't disagree about Tank. Like I think
Mhm.
Tank is talented. It's just, dude, you not as talented as you think. You not as
Yo,
talented
it's
as you
hard.
think.
It's
Like
hard to
the
tell.
people that you fighting are not. It don't match. Like it's like, all right, my nigga, you should have been fought Loma. You should have been fought all these fights
Yeah,
at 30 and 35,
yeah. He get
and you not fighting them.
like he got skills though. He got a lot of skills,
And
but it's difficult.
I don't disagree with that.
But it's difficult to tell a fighter not to fall in love with their power when you got that type of power. You could just be like, "Nah, man, this is my bread and butter right here. All I gotta do is land this shot."
My whole shit is, yo, Floyd setting you up to fight with Loma. Oh, it's a setup. Nigga, how is he
Yeah,
setting you up?
that was bad.
Are you fucking serious? He's setting
That
you up
was
to become a
bad.
fucking champion. And you don't want that fight?
Right.
So Tio is up on you by a fucking landslide because that should have been your fight.
Yo, a focused Teal and a focused fucking Tank Davis though, man, I want to see that fight. Like, I
Yeah,
want
but
to see that.
the fact that he didn't do that fight, it was like, yo, that was your fight. Like
I didn't
that was your
understand that.
moment.
Yo, no, he didn't go after any champion.
No, he went for a champion at.
Same with Ryan.
That's when he went for fucking what's his face? He went for Santa Cruz.
That's what I can't stand about both Ryan and fucking Tank, especially Tank, because Tank got more years in the game. That's the two things that I can't stand about the motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers, oh, well, Cambosis the champion. Ryan, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna fight Cambosis, and then Tank can't avoid me. But yet now Devin Haney undisputed, and he don't even mention me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, why didn't you even talk about this dude? And you'll never hear them motherfuckers like talk like who's the dude that just won that was in who's a good fighter that just won from uh Spence's camp.
Uh, Frank Martin or Kid Austin.
Martin,
Yeah,
good fighter, damn good
yeah.
fighter, sharp. You know what I mean? He looked sharp against his opponent, and everyone thought this dude was everything, but the dude didn't do like I felt like he could have did better, and I think Martin could still won, but there was shit the dude wasn't doing, and Martin was capitalizing on it. But what I have a problem with is at the end of the fight, he called out everybody but Shakur. And then they were like, yeah, Shakur ducking him. I'm like, he didn't even call Shakur out after the fight. He didn't mention him. He mentioned everybody but Shakur. He mentioned Hayne. He mentioned Tank. And they were like, Shakur's ducking him. Like, he just won the fight. Shakur ain't even fought at 135 yet. Like,
Yeah,
Shakur, you
but
think Shakur
Shakur's
ducked Shakur?
and then right now Shakur's looking for a big splash at 135.
He ain't
You
gonna
know,
look that. Yo, fuck yo, Martin wouldn't look that sharp against Shakur. Ain't nobody looking sharp against Shakur, man.
no,
Nobody. That
hell
defense
no.
is on par in the pocket. And I'm like, nah, man. I just don't see anybody fucking with him at 135. I think if that motherfucker moved to 140, then he might have some issues. Oh, what's up, Hat? Dr. Mario in the building. What's going on, guys? Oh shit. Got Haplo type in here. Motherfucker. Yo, I never got to see that debate though, man. Yo, I know Angel heard me, man. I was like, I
Yeah.
always wanted like Truth Bomb and Haplo to disagree on some shit and let them motherfuckers debate. That would be golden, man.
He said Prime who?
Prime who? Would Prime 130 Morales be able to handle Tank? Morales is a bad motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah, he'd be able to handle Tank. He talking about Eric Miles?
Man, you need to stop trying to get me and Truth Bomb to argue, bro.
Nah, it's not an
We
argument.
don't have
I'm
any disagreements. That guy and
right.
I usually agree.
Yeah,
Is he talking about
exactly.
Eric? Is he talking about Eric Morales?
That's not what
No,
I'm
no.
trying to do. What I'm talking about is
You
that
want to see us
your
debate?
style,
I know,
the
I know.
style, yeah, the
But
style of
yeah,
the debate would be fun.
I think Morales that weight would have whooped Tank's ass bad,
He's
real
talking about
bad.
Eric. He's talking about Eric Morales, right?
Yeah, Eric
El
Morales.
Terrible. Oh yeah, he's whooping
Yo,
Tank
yo,
ass.
yo. Eric Morales beat Manny Pacquiao.
Because of a
Stop.
cut.
Oh, come on.
Because of
Even
a cut,
Morales
bro. That
even
fight
said
was
it. He
It
was
tooth
like,
and
wasn't to cut
nail.
my ass. He whooped his ass.
Bro, that was one of
Hey,
the
look,
worst cuts I've ever seen in my life.
let
That
me
was
tell
as
y'all something.
that
Let me
was
tell
as
y'all something.
bad as
Look,
Haplo, stop it.
that was
I
as
beat
bad
Manny
as
Pacquiao.
the
You know what I'm saying?
Vitali cut.
No, hell no.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was
Hell
split. It was a
no.
Y shape,
which
Hell no.
a
which
Y
one?
shaped cut.
Vitali eye
Which
was on his
cut?
shoulder.
His lip was
But
yo, you
here's the
could see his
fucked up
teeth.
thing. They ruled it a head accidental, so he had to keep fighting that whole fight, bro. That was a headbutt.
Dude, he
Nah,
was
hell
but
no. That fucking cut is nowhere near what the fuck that. Hell no. Really?
Yeah, it was
Haplo,
a
I'm
Y.
yo,
It was
you
disappointed.
upside
beating him
down
up,
Y
man.
shape
You full of
I'm
shit.
on his
disappointed in you,
fucking
Haplo.
eyebrow.
Haplo, I'm disappointed in you.
I'm
Hat full of
disappointed
shit.
in you that you don't remember.
No,
Yo, but
well, why do not remember? I remember that fight. That's why I said I'm disappointed.
yeah,
Really?
no, but Pacquiao's a fucking warrior. That cut
That
didn't
fight
bother
was
him.
still damn close, bro. Watch it
Fuck
again.
that shit. Klitschko eye was on his
Close,
shoulder. That's
but
a
still,
big difference.
The
Morales
same thing,
won.
bro. It was the same shit.
No, it was hell no, it
But
wasn't.
Morales whipped that ass though.
Yeah, Morales put his hands on him. Fucking Klitschko shit was up in the air, but
Are you saying Lennox didn't do shit?
no,
Yeah, he
Lennox
was
was putting in work,
to it.
but Lennox knew what he was not gonna do. Lennox knew he was not going to rematch
Yo,
that fight.
every time Lennox
Yeah,
punched
that's why
him, it
Lennox
opened up
retired.
something.
Pacquiao beat the guy twice after that without the fake headbutt.
Yeah, but Morales won that first fight.
Yeah,
He
but
won the first fight,
let's
but
be
it was a
honest
close
though.
fight and it
Let's
was a
be honest
headbutt.
though. But let's be honest. That's when that motherfucker's head started getting bigger too. That motherfucker was on that.
This thing said Manny was out here
Here
on
we
some
go. Here we
on some
go.
hungry
The
hippo shit.
allegations. Be
Yeah.
careful. He sued Floyd and got $2 million.
What are you going to sue me for?
He's gonna sue you for your fucking
Two
your
two
He
new
can't.
bucket,
two,
He can't
two
your
sue me for
Newports
bucket,
shit.
and a
your
bucket
Yo,
head.
he
bucket, and
can't.
all your music equipment.
Yo, he can't sue me for shit. All my money's buried.
He's no, he's suing you. He's suing you for that fucking keyboard you got for your kid.
Yeah, I ain't suing me for shit. And that motherfucker roll up on my kid. I kick that motherfucker straight in his Filipino ass. What the fuck with my kids? I put something to that
Don't
motherfucker.
be
Well,
putting
I ain't putting
allegations
hands on him.
though.
Man, I'm just talking, man. I'm not allegedly.
Allegedly, his
Fuck
head grew.
allegedly. Morales was ahead on that. Morales was whooping his ass.
Yo, listen,
We need
man.
to rescore that, bro.
Yo, when you after 22 to 24 and your head and your hands grow, your bones don't grow. You understand?
I don't give a
That's
fuck what
because
grows. I just know who lost that fight and who was winning prior
your,
to it got stopped.
your bones
Bro,
don't grow after 24, bro.
that was a close fucking fight. Watch it
It
Hell
again.
was.
no. Haplo Morales was beating his
You're
ass.
suffering from that same thing that everyone always does. Like
No, I'm not suffering from
past tense
anything.
memory. Past
No,
tense memory.
Haplo, who
You
was
remember over and over Morales beat Pacquiao. Morales beat Pacquiao. So you think he whooped his ass,
but
bro,
dude,
but he didn't.
Haplo,
He didn't.
look at the fight. Who
All right, well,
was
look at
doing
the
what?
third fight. Look at the
Fuck
third
the
fight.
third fight. We talk about the first one.
Well, look at the second fight.
We're talking about the first one. Why you bring it
Okay,
up two and
I'm
three?
saying I said already the first one was close, and he had a bad cut that should have been ruled.
It was tit for tat, and Eric
It should have
Morales.
been ruled a headbutt, but it was ruled a punch, and that way he had to continue fighting until the 12th round, and it was still close.
And Morales was on his. It didn't matter because they both have similar fighting styles. If you hit him twice, he's gonna want to hit you four.
Well, same thing with I don't think they have similar fighting styles at all.
No, hell no, because Morales has more.
Morales whipped his ass that time.
Yeah, Morales has more in the fucking toolbox.
And then was
I wouldn't say he whipped his ass.
Third fight
I wouldn't say he whipped his ass.
Yeah,
they ruled that punch.
But you're gonna say Morales don't got more in the toolbox
when it was a headbutt. Well, he didn't in the second two
Morales
fights.
said it, man.
And he got old. He got old. Haplo.
They tricked Manny into wearing those fucked up gloves. By the way, why was Tank wearing those gloves?
Allegations. Morales gonna sue you.
No, bro.
The winning gloves.
Yeah, they made him wear winning gloves. He never did that again.
Well, he didn't win. He lost. So it didn't help him.
But why was Tank wearing winning gloves, bro? Does he have a hand injury? Because he never wore those before.
Obviously not. He made that motherfucker legally blind when he cracked him. That motherfucker like, I can't see.
I don't know. He didn't knock him out though. I mean, the guy looked fine to me.
He
actually,
knocked him out the fight because the motherfucker said he couldn't see.
Well, that's on him, but he looked fine to me. I would have let him keep fighting.
He put them winning gloves on him.
I would have been like,
you didn't have an excuse, Haplo, but you got one for Manny. That's the Mandela effect, right? The Manny nutsack effect. You just
all right. You still owe me 50 push-ups, brother.
You're gonna get them, motherfucker. You're gonna get them.
Yeah,
Mr.
Shit.
Who was it that was gonna beat Buatsi?
Oh yeah, Greg Richards. Yeah.
Oh, the fucking bet.
You made me bet. You made me bet.
And I did too.
I
pushed him into that L. I'll give you that. I did. I pushed you into that L.
You're like, fuck it, push-ups.
Do some
push-ups. I'm like, I don't bet. All right, fine. I'll bet you some push-ups.
Yeah, that's right. So I owe you 50 push-ups. I'll give you the 50 push-ups, man. I'll give them to you. Don't worry about
Charles is next. He's going to be doing push-ups right next to you.
What? Why? What
Haplo, are you nuts, nigga? My fucking, I'm way too smart for that shit. And if we do push-ups, I'm cool. I'm cool on push-ups.
I have to agree. You are smart enough not to bet me on anything.
Oh no, I'll bet you on something. You can knock that one off. Haplo, we can
set that up, bro.
We
can right there.
Yeah,
set him up. I'll knock him down.
Yeah, I throw the alley-oop, but shit. If you want to bet, we can bet.
Look at that. Dr. Mario said Morales was ahead before the cut. Damn it. It was 7-5. Unanimous.
Morales was with it. He's talking about the first fight.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty even throughout the whole fight.
Hell no.
Including
Morales,
after the cut.
No, Morales was whooping his ass. Haplo, I'm not
going
to let that
fight.
Haplo, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it with you.
Morales won the fight. However, they ruled that a punch when it was an accidental headbutt, and he could have stopped had it been an accidental headbutt.
This is bullshit.
No, it's not. Go watch it. I've seen the fight like 25 times, bro.
Dude, I seen the fight too. This is bullshit. Morales won that first fight.
I know he did. I agree with you. He did win it.
Yo,
what I'm saying is it was a close fight. And they fucked up on the ruling of an accidental headbutt. They showed the replay. It was a headbutt, but they ruled it a punch. So
Haplo's
go back and watch it again.
Haplo's trying to win on a technicality.
That's not a technicality. That's what I've been saying all along.
No, it's
As long as we
technicality.
don't bring up Dillian White, I can handle all this shit.
Dillian
No,
White
don't
for
do
what?
that.
Bring up Dillian White to this motherfucker. Oh my god.
To
I
do
hate
what?
Dillian White.
Gonna
I
turn
like
all
Dillian
the-
White. He talks cash
Oh.
shit, but what are we talking about with Dillian White?
Dillian White's a fucking cheater.
The Caplo said that shit with his soul. He's a fucking cheater.
Yes.
Gloves, man. These fucking gloves.
Dude, how do you come into the ring with a different pair of gloves that they approved the night before in the glove meeting?
He was trying to switch it up. He's trying to be fresh.
He's trying to be a fucking cheater.
I don't know what the fuck to give him.
You can't defend that one. That's just one you cannot defend.
Yeah. Yo,
He
man,
thought his thumbs was gonna pop out. I don't know what the fuck he said. My fists don't feel good in these.
He had DiNardo's the night before at the glove meeting and came in the ring with some black flies that no one ever saw.
the
Damn.
gloves just showed up randomly. Nobody checked them or anything, and he just came in with
No,
some little,
but his excuse was
little
lame
ass
as fuck.
gloves.
Just right in a
His
Yo,
fresh,
this shit
excuse-
was mad
a fresh
tiny.
plastic bag.
But check this out. His excuse was so bad. He said some guy on the undercard needed a pair of gloves, so he gave the guy his gloves when he had two pairs of gloves at the night before that got approved that were both DiNardo's. So, like, even if he had given the other guy his gloves, like, he still would have had another pair. Like, that's just lame as fuck. I hate that guy. God fucking damn it.
And I watched that fight that you're talking about. Them gloves
Revis.
were
Yeah.
tiny as fuck.
Those were the 8-ounce black flies, bro. That's
Yo,
what I said in
was
my
like,
video.
Yo, this shit is mad tiny.
He was wearing 8-ounce gloves, bro.
This
and-
motherfucker was piecing him up, damn near barefisted.
And I think he still got dropped, didn't he, in that fight?
I don't remember, but I just seen them little ass gloves. Like, damn, this motherfucker looked like he fighting in the
The 8-ounce. It was
1909.
the 8-ounce gloves. Yeah, they make the black fly and the gloves that he had on come in 8-ounce or 10-ounce. I believe he had the 8-ounce gloves
They
on.
were tiny as fuck, man. Yo, Dr. Mario said, put it on. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if I got enough. I got energy to talk shit, but I don't wanna do it to happen like that.
Do what?
Right? Pull up the fight.
You're not going to be doing anything to me. You guys are going to be looking stupid because you don't remember it.
You're just gonna be talking over the shit like a bad announcer, like a bad commentator. Like,
Be
yo,
like,
look,
you
look
see
what
that?
didn't happen.
Yeah, look at that. No, that's not my style.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
TK, what?
I would talk cash shit on Haplo. Like, nigga, look, I told you he lost the fight. Nigga, I told you.
Man,
Yeah,
he lost. I never said he didn't lose. He did, but he lost on some fucked up shit, and it was still very close.
How you see that Bivol better be a fight happening?
Honestly, I like Bivol in that fight.
Yeah, me too. But yo, it's
just
still
because
50-50, right?
it's still 50-50. I definitely have that 50-50, but I lean toward Bivol because he's younger.
Yeah.
And he's just so disciplined. That guy, the way he boxes, he makes very, very few mistakes, like less than almost anybody in the sport. Where Better Beef, people are always like, well, he's a much better boxer than people give him credit for. Yeah, I mean, he can box. But when he gets somebody, where he thinks he's got him, he'll square up, he'll step in with his back foot and just be right there and like throwing wide punches, trying to get you on the inside. And I don't think that's going to work against Bivol. Honestly, I feel like Bivol is just too disciplined. Like he'll use his footwork, keep him at distance, use his length, and just pop him all night.
He can't make no mistakes, man. That dude cuts off the ring very well. And if that motherfucker, sometimes I see Bivol do that shit where he just leans up against the ropes, goes up in the high
But
guard.
who has he done it against that's on Bivol's level as a boxer?
Done what against?
Cut off the ring.
That's a Who was the Russian dude that he fought? That dude was pretty good. The guy that he beat in the amateurs and they fought and he fought and he just broke the dude in half. And then the dude retired. You know what I'm talking about. Dude was training in Teddy Atlas.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good
But
fighter.
yeah, he was a
He
good
could
fighter,
fight.
but not on
Yeah.
Bivol's level. I mean, personally, I lean slightly towards Bivol, but I wouldn't be
Me too.
surprised if Beterbiev wouldn't knock him out either.
Right.
But
That's
that's like the fight I'm well second most excited for this year, other than Usyk versus Fury.
fuck that. Usyk and Fury is a hell of a fight, but I'd much rather I'd if I had a choice to go to either fight, I'd be at the Bivol better be a fight.
I wouldn't. I'd be at the Fury versus Usyk fight
Yeah, there's a lot of
because
hype behind it, but
it's heavyweight undisputed. You
right.
know that
This
there
is
that's a different thing.
right. Nah, I get it. I get it. But to me, like the matchup, the matchup itself as a boxing fan, like that to me is a
Yeah, it's
more
more
competitive.
even. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's more even.
That's why I would be tuned into that.
Like the other
But
fight, I
I
got
get what
Fury
you're
all
saying
day.
though. Yeah, that's huge. It's huge because you got like it's the heavyweight championship, undisputed championship, and it's like you
Right,
got a
but I
guy
get what you're
coming up
saying
from,
too.
but you got a guy coming up from fucking cruiser that just took out AJ, who was number one at one point, and or number two, however you
God,
want to see it, doesn't matter.
Charles D just dips out. What kind of a thing is that to do? Come on.
Oh, I'm
Um,
not going to be losing his connection every once in a while. He be always doing
yeah,
something.
just when I come on. No,
Now
I'm
I'll tell you
kidding.
the funniest shit when we was on was when fucking Rocket was on and it didn't register. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I was like, your
The
phone's racist.
racist
Yeah,
cricket phone.
yeah, that shit had funny as
He
fuck,
had the
man.
Boost Mobile, and it
That
didn't
shit was
acknowledge anyone who wasn't.
right. He was like, yo, and later on that motherfucker was like, yeah, or yeah, once you kid, they didn't even pick up your 15%. I was dying. I was like, yo, you guys ain't shit, man. But yeah, we had fun, man. That was a fun ass live. We usually do, man. But I
Yeah,
mean, yo,
always.
but to me, light heavy, man. That light heavyweight just for that matchup. But I do get it though. I know why everybody would be tuned into that. Shit, I know why everybody would be tuned into Garcia and Tank. But the fact that neither one of them
Look,
motherfuckers want to fight for a championship drives me nuts.
look. In terms of the most even matchup and what will be like a great fight, I would agree. The better be Bivol.
Yeah,
But in terms of like excitement and what's important to boxing as a whole,
right.
I think Fury and Usyk. I got
Yeah,
Fury all day in that one.
yeah, but I like that about Bibble too, because the motherfucking Canelo, like, yeah, man, I'm probably gonna get the rematch. I want that rematch, and Bibble, like, for what? Why? Yeah, it don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather go for undisputed than fight you. To me, that says a lot for boxing. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you, Usyk, I feel that. I feel like he'll fight for undisputed. But I don't know about Tyson Fury, man. Tyson Fury, like, I'll get to that, but I gotta get this money first, or I gotta do this first, or I gotta do that first, and then they'll hype it up and make it sound good. He's a good salesman, and that's what everyone goes by. You know what I mean? Like the nostalgic and the the, the controversy and all that shit. But when a motherfucker's sitting there like basically blowing off Charlo, telling telling Canelo, yeah, dude, Canelo's like, if he loses, I'm not gonna fight him, but I'm rooting for the other guy. Like that's bad business to me. And Bibble saying, "Well, if you lose, I ain't gonna fight you." I'm debating on even fighting you. I'm trying to hook up with Top Rank right now and get fucking Eddie Hearn to hook up with Top Rank so I could go for this undisputed shit. Like that to me, that's championship shit right there. That's like old school shit. That's throwback shit. I like the throwback fighters, man. This new age shit is soft as Twinkie filling. It's fucking awful.
I mean, who's
That's,
really a throwback fighter though now?
there's a few. There's a few throwback fighters, man. What you think of M Billy?
I'm sorry, who?
M Billy, the 168 pounder from France. You never
Oh
seen him?
man, honestly, I've never seen him. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch him, man. Fan friendly guy, man. He's like a 5'8", 5'9" guy, dude. And he just throws in combinations. He's explosive. He got good power.
You think he
He's
would have a
fun to watch.
chance against like a Morel or somebody?
I think he'd have a chance against anybody.
Really?
And I think he would make it exciting, even if
I
he
gotta
lost.
check him out.
Yeah, even if he lost, he would make it exciting. That's what I like about him. He's one of them guys that is just gonna make for an exciting fight. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm a fan of his, whether he wins or loses. I'm like, he's undefeated right now, and but he's so short. But his punch placement is good. His combinations are good. Or like everything about the dude. Yeah, you should check him out, man. He's fun to watch.
What'd you think of your boy Rashidi Ellis tonight?
My boy, he ain't my boy.
He's your boy.
But I had him winning though. I thought he won.
Really?
114, 112. Yeah. I had him winning. I mean, I feel like the event as a whole was I felt
Even
like
with the 2 knockdowns?
even with the 2 knockdowns, yeah. I didn't give dude many rounds. I think I gave him 9, 10, and maybe 7.
You know, I was
And
on
then
with
with the
Lisa and
knockdown.
when that happened, and I was saying like, this dude, I forget his name. What was it, Via or something? He should have gone for it because I felt like he still lost at the end
Oh, you're talking
there. I
about
thought,
Karen?
no, I'm talking about
Oh, you mean Billy? Yeah, Billy.
the
Yeah.
Ellis guy. Yeah, that
Oh,
guy.
oh, I got you.
The
Yeah,
guy who
yeah,
won. I was like, he kept on like pausing in the 12th round. I'm like, dude, you got him hurt. Get him out of there.
right.
Like all he had to do was just stand on top of the guy and just throw a flurry of punches. And the ref probably would have waved it off, bro.
But between us, it was the 12th round, so that motherfucker was fighting all night. So and
Yeah, he
I
was
think I
tired.
think the reason why he slowed him down
My
though,
son was
Ellis,
saying the same thing. He's like, why isn't he punching?
right,
I'm like, he's probably exhausted.
right, because even from the first round, he was like eating shots, and he was walking through the Ellis shots, and then he was going to the body, and I think that's why. And with the inactivity, I think Messer brought it up. I think that all that shit hurt, and them body shots from that left hooks to the body all night wasn't helping. And then he just started. And I said it during the fight when I was watching it. Me and my son was watching it, and I was like, "Yo, this dude might stop Ellis." And I said it during like in the early rounds. I was like, "He might stop Ellis because Ellis can't really keep him off him. And if he works on his punch placement, he's gonna be a fucking problem because he's got power and he's got a chin, and he's dedicated to trying to get a motherfucker out of there. I think he's gonna be fun to watch at that weight class at welterweight. No matter who he fights, he's gonna be a interesting character. I'm not saying he's gonna
Honestly, I
win.
think that was probably the best thing that could have happened to him,
Yep.
not
Yep.
winning that fight, because once you get that undefeated yoke off your back, like then you can really get to the nitty gritty. Like now
Right.
he's gonna come back. I bet you in his next fight he
Oh, you talking
looks
about
really
Ellis?
good.
I was
Yeah,
talking about Billy. I was like,
you
that dude's a problem. And but I think Ellis, yeah,
well,
I think
obviously
it's gonna
Villa's a
benefit him
problem.
as well. Yo,
He
but I
upset
think
the apple cart tonight.
right, yeah. But Ellis too, though. Like Ellis, I think he could. It, like you said, that's a great point. That's probably the best thing for his career because I think he can fill them holes in his game,
Yeah,
and
too
he
many guys
and run
ride
them
off
off.
this undefeated bullshit. You know.
But I don't see. I honestly see fucking Ennis to stop Ellis as of now. I like unless Ellis makes improvements, man. I think like a lot of people saying Ennis didn't do this and do that, but he was in there with a guy who could fight, but just he had that dude, and I've seen that dude fight. That dude's a lot more aggressive in his fights, but he kept that dude's hands at home tonight too. And that dude could fight. He's got good footwork. He's got good hand speed. He's got good punch placement, and he could barely. He was rarely touching fucking Ennis. I think Ennis
Yeah,
defense.
I think Boots is a great, talented young fighter,
Right.
but I think he's like 2 years away from peaking, and I
Yeah.
think his peak will happen at 154.
And shout out to Trendsetter. He's been riding with Boots since the beginning. Because I'm not. Yeah, 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 for real. Yeah, man, you gotta give. He always comes
Come
left
on,
field,
call him
but he
by his
was
real
right about
name,
Malik or
Jalik.
Jalik. My bad, Jalik.
Jalik the leader.
I'm not calling nobody the leader, just like I ain't calling nobody
Jalik,
king.
no, he named himself
Uh,
that.
right.
Jalik the leader.
I call him Jalik. Yeah, I call him trendsetters, but I ain't calling nobody no leader and no king.
Jalik the lead. No, I don't know. I don't have a problem calling him the leader.
Man, I can't do it, man.
Because I'm the emperor.
Well, you just keep on calling yourself that. Don't try to get everybody else to call you that. For
Hey, have
me,
you ever heard me say that before?
no, I'm just fucking with you. I know you shooting this shit. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just shooting this shit back. But yeah,
Jalik
man,
the leader.
Jalik the leader. Yeah, he always comes left field with some shit. Like you be sitting there talking about some shit, and he'll just be like,
Has he been
he's like,
making videos? Because I ain't seen his shit.
I haven't either, man. But
Bruh.
he was persistent with his shit though.
With the boots.
Yeah, with Boots and with Woo, you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
Blair Cobbs.
Blair Cobbs. But Blair Cobbs ain't a bad fighter, man. He's not a bad fighter.
I mean, he's none of them are bad.
Mhm.
Like we're talking about pros here. You
But
know?
I did crush like I did go in on him in that one video when he said that um what the fuck he said Terrence Crawford ain't talented. Did you ever see that one? That video?
Fuck no.
Oh dude.
I would
You
have been
gotta
on
see
him.
that video. Yo, you gotta see that shit, yo. Yeah, that shit is so funny, man.
You
Yo,
gotta send it to me.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's in my shit, man. Oh fuck. I don't wonder what fucking music am I playing
So
in the
Jalik said that Crawford isn't what?
No, it wasn't Jalik. It was dude said it. The fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
He said he
Sorry,
said
Jalik.
he said that the motherfucker wasn't that fucking Bud Crawford wasn't fucking talented. And I was like, what? I
That's
was like,
funny.
are you fucking
That's
kidding me?
honestly, bro. Like, I've been watching boxing a long time. Crawford, so far,
Uh-huh.
has, for me, shown to be one of the most talented fighters I've ever seen. And that's including from, like 1978 on, since I've been watching boxing.
No shit. Yo, dude, I got but not here. Fuck
I
it.
would put him, up there with the Durans, with, like, so far, of course, his career isn't over. We can't fully judge him yet. But so far, I put him talent wise up there with the Durans, the Leonards, the the best of the best, the Floyds, the Mannies. I think he's probably better than those guys, honestly. Who else is there that's like skill? Roy Jones. Like, yeah, he's like around, like, he reminds me of, in a different way, on a skill level, a Roy Jones type of guy. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
He doesn't fight like Jones, but the skill level is what I'm saying.
Right, but I mean, like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't compare him to Jones yet, but I mean, Jones could do shit.
Jones never got undisputed.
Yeah, but Jones that motherfucker could throw 6 left hooks as quick as a jab, and they'll all land.
Right. I didn't say they fight the same. I just said skill wise, I consider them around the same level. The way that Jones he did have fundamentals. People fuck that up.
Dude.
They think like as soon as he slowed down, he got hit. But that's not true. He had the fundamental skills. He just fought on way too long.
You gotta see this video though, man. Yo, you're gonna laugh your ass off, bro. Watch this shit. I'm gonna pull it up. Tell me if is it up?
Yeah, I see something.
It's all the way up.
Good kid with your
you see
Tony
it?
Montana.
Yeah, you watch this. Watch this shit.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
I was born for this moment. I am Blair the Flair. Take over the show. The whole world, millions around the world, is going to see the baddest, the most exciting man in boxing today, Blair the Flair Collins.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Welcome to another episode of Stay Woke. I'm your boy, Sean Connery. The definition of clout chaser, Blair the Flair, Conan the Cobb, knocking our man, Mr. Bud Crawford, who has almost as many title defenses as this man has fights, has almost as many titles as this man has knockouts. And who exactly did he beat?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Exactly. Blair the Flair reminds me of the most cringy, watered down, generic, Dollar Tree version of the artist formerly known as Prince. I'm not sure if this man could even beat Bud Crawford's protege, for that matter. Even if he came up from 126. So do everybody a favor, Mr. Cringe.
Oh, again.
Stay in your lane. And remember, stay woke, my friends. Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Yo, dude. That was funny as fuck. Oh my god. What the fuck? The fuck just happened? Get up out of here. Remove. Fuck out of here.
That was cool, man. I liked it.
Yeah, man. That shit to me was funny as fuck. But that was at that point in time, man. Dude didn't really fight nobody, and he was like, he's not talented. And I was like, what the fuck? This dude coming from undisputed at fucking 140, and you know what I mean? 135 to 140, fucking 6-time world champion, and you telling me the motherfucker's not talented. Like, but I gotta admit, I like Blair now. I like he kept the same energy. He's still selling his shit, but yeah, I went in on him in that video. I have fun, man. I have fun.
That's all that matters, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I have fun
That's
with
all
it.
this YouTube shit is about. But yo,
Yeah.
my phone's about to die, so I don't want to just cut off. I want to appreciate you for having me on, and yeah,
Always,
bro.
man. Always have.
Stank didn't look that good. I wonder why he was wearing them winning gloves, bro. Because that people are gonna overlook that. Why was he wearing those gloves, bro? I don't know, man. That was weird.
He was still punching hard, man.
No, you can punch hard in any gloves.
I'm
but
saying if he wearing them, if he had injured hands, he was still getting
but
them
I
off.
mean, do you realize winning gloves are like the softest, most therapeutic gloves that you can wear in a boxing match? That's not a puncher's glove, bro. It's the exact opposite. Floyd used to wear winning gloves for like 2 or 3 fights. And then he went to Grant and they designed a glove just for him. But those winning gloves, I don't know. That's not your usual thing, bro. Tank used to wear those Canelo gloves, the Mexican gloves. Remember?
Yeah, maybe he's saving his hands for a big payday, for a big fight.
I don't know. Maybe.
Who knows, man?
I
I don't know
know.
what these guys are thinking about. All I
It's
know is
crazy.
he cracked dude in the head, and the motherfucker was like, "I'm legally blind, I can't see." So I mean, he must have hit him pretty fucking hard. The motherfucker couldn't see, man.
Hey, I've
And I
been
hope
trying to
he's all
find
right.
out all night. What was the over under for that fight?
Let's find out.
I looked it up. I couldn't find shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I bet you anyone who bet the over won.
Shit. Where's Hector Garcia? Odds, right? It would be odds. Odds. Let's find out. This is minus 400 plus 800 for Garcia. What is the prediction and odds? Huh. We go back. Go over under. Let's try it. Over. Yo, I drank some fake liquor yesterday. Oh my god, that shit was
Fake?
awful, man. Yeah, I paid top dollar for the shit too. And I was like,
How
yeah,
do
and
you
then
know it was
I
fake?
because as soon as I touched it, as soon as I sipped it, I was like, what the fuck? Yo, my head started fucking flaming. I felt like my
Oh.
brain was on fire. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, it was some fake Hennessy, man.
Yeah. Someone dosed you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, what? No. I bought the bottle from a liquor store. And I was like, because
Mm.
I was just gonna have a drink last night, and I was like, what the fuck? But then I put that shit down, man. I just set that shit aside, and then when I grabbed another bottle, I grabbed a bottle tonight for the fight. I pulled it up because I just sipped it because I was playing cards with my homie, whatever. And then I was like, what the fuck? But then I grabbed another one, and it's the bottles are different. It's weird. I was like, fuck is in that shit? It's weird, man. Over under. It says prediction update with betting result. Okay, that's Forbes. Did you check the Forbes?
I looked around for it for a while because I was surprised when it went into the 5th, 6th round. I was like, oh, whoever bet the over just won because I figure the over under was probably about 6 rounds at the most.
Mm-hmm. It says well, boom. This is by stoppage of round 7 to 12 plus 105, or by stoppage in round 5 to 8 plus 175. But honestly, I don't think those odds either. If you
That's not the over under.
I don't know then.
I don't know. Whatever. I think it
Someone
went
made up like
longer
a
than
beat.
it was supposed to. That was the whole point.
Bro, got you. All right, then, man. Enjoy your night, man.
All
Thanks
right,
for coming
brother.
on, Hap. Yeah,
All right,
enjoy
bro.
your night. I'll give you a 50.
Saludos.
Peace. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I wasn't too upset with the card. I thought it was all right. It it turned out to be an all right card. We got some, some questions was answered in the fight. I don't feel like Garcia did bad in that fight up until he couldn't see no more. I hope dude's all right. And what I mean, it wasn't a bad night of boxing tonight. I ain't got really too many complaints. Although I did feel like Ellis did pull off the dub, even though I'm not a big Ellis fan. The scoring was a little off, but I do felt like dude won the war, but not the fight. The scorecards, I had it 114, 112 for Ellis, even though dude came on in the later rounds. But it is what it is, man. Shit happens. And that's boxing for you, man. You can't ever really count on anything. I'm glad I ain't put no money on that shit because I'd be pissed as hell. Luckily, I'd never been in that situation where I put some money on some shit and the decision didn't go my way or whatever. And there was some fugazi shit happening. But a lot of people gonna say that Villa won the fight, and I'm not saying Villa can't fight, and I'm not saying he's not gonna be a problem in the welterweight division. Because if you got a chin and you got a punch like that, you're gonna be a fucking problem. And he turned it on in the late rounds. That says a lot about him. Um, and I think Rashidi's gonna come back, and I think he's gonna do better. And I think Haplo touched on a damn good point. Uh, when this dude does come back, I think he's gonna correct a lot of his things, and it probably was the best thing to happen to him. You know what I mean? Sometimes a loss can benefit a fighter. We've seen it over the years, and time will tell. But just the 1-2 kid, I'm signing out. Looks like my boy Angel is out of commission for the moment. So enjoy the rest of your night, and for those that swung through, Dr. Mario, Charles D, Angel Santos, Haplo, everybody that swung through tonight, man. Thank you so much for your support. And UGC, and this is THC signing off, the True First Crew. You know what I mean? So enjoy your night, guys. Peace.